All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, guys.
Hi. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mud Go Raw Championship. Today, I have a special, honorable guest, one of the best community members in World of Warcraft, Guzu. Oh, wait, did you mute yourself?
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry. My bad. Okay, I should be good now. Welcome in, guys. Hell, I am so stoked to be here at this amazing one-of-a-time Mod Garage Championship of the Season of Discovery Fresh servers. We have gathered together all the best members of this level-locked event in order to find out who is the best duel of all time. There is multiple, not 10, not 20, 30 plus blue items and also other items up for grabs in the grand prize of the tournament. Savix, what do you have to say?
We will also be granting a guild title, a special title called the Gladiator role. And as Guzu mentioned, we do have a lot of good saved up from the communities donating. I believe from my community we have like 40 items and the Guzu has like 30 items. It's gonna be like 70 items. I did plan out on giving it in like segments, so top 3 people will get the rewards. And yeah, we do have all these beautiful people ready. And let's just take a look at the bracket real fast, Guzu, and talk about what we think about it.
Yeah, so the bracket, obviously, I can see here, it's looking interesting. It's very big, and there's a lot of players in it. So all the duels will essentially be a best of one, which means that they will all just have one chance to prove themselves. If you mess up in that one duel, you're messed up. I don't know which class that you're thinking is going to be the best one, Savix, but I feel like the shaman can do incredibly well.
Yeah, shamans are pretty dang strong. I think warlocks are strong as well, and rogues too, but who knows? Maybe some class will prove us all wrong here. And as you mentioned, this is a level 25 Season of Discovery tournament, so we'll be finding out who the best class or who the best player is for the level 25. And for the finals, it's gonna be best out of 3. Everything else is gonna be best out of 1, but the final will be best out of 3. And let me talk with the production real fast. Are we ready for the first duo badge? I did think I heard it, but I must...
We are.
Okay, we are ready. But before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a special guest. You may know him as one of the best singers on Azeroth, but he is here today to sing for us. Guzu, are you aware of any of this?
I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I'm just here, so that sounds great to me.
Well, let's hear from Chat. Chat, are you ready? Type 1 if you're ready to hear from one of the best singers on Azeroth. And I think the chat is very excited. They're screaming on top of their lungs. And ladies and gentlemen, I present you, Ozzy. You may move up.
Wait, what?
Ladies. Guys, calm down here. I'm here to present the Mud Hut National Anthem to not only remember, but to celebrate what Thrall fought for the Mud Hut clan. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, oh, say, can you see by the campfire's light what so proudly we raised at the Mud Hut last night, whose broad axes and shields through the war the drums were beating, gave proof to the battle, and our warriors were still competing. And the bonfires red glare, the catapults in the air, gave proof through the night that our Mud Hut was there. Oh, say does that Mud Hut still, war band still stand for the land of the peons and the home of the clan.
Wow!
Wow, that
Wow.
was
Thank you so much, Ozzy,
Thank
for coming
you.
through. Is there anything you'd like to say to the
Thank
champions
you,
before
ladies.
we
Thanks for
start?
having me on here, Savix.
Of course, of
100%.
course. Was there
Mudhut
anything
clan.
you'd like to say to the champions before they fight to their death?
Wow.
I'll give you guys a few words of encouragement here.
Please.
I was talking to a Tauren warrior in Ogremore, and we were talking about the old war. I just want to say we have all these warriors gathered here today on this entire warband. And if you look through history, you'll find that men are always fighting for pay or woman, some other kind of loot. They fight for land or because they like killing. But here today, we have a different kind of army. We are an army of people set to be free. That's right. Azeroth should be free ground. All of it. From the Great Tree to the Vile Reef. Not divided by PvP server or PvE server. Because let me tell you something. We're all here for something else. We don't judge you by what you do or by who your father was. We're here to do something. We actually judge you by exactly what you do. Because the reality is we're here in this place to build a home. Because what we're really fighting for in the end is the idea that we all have value. You and me. For the Mudhut Clan!
For the Mudhut clan, for the B clan, for the Fresh clan. Thank you very much. Guzu, are we ready?
Yes, I'm very excited to see these duels and what the different classes can delve up with, because we're used to seeing Vanilla WoW and that meta in that game, but this is not Vanilla WoW. This is Season of Discovery. And I guess we're about to discover which class will be on top, as we have our first duel coming up very soon, Savix.
That is very true. But before we do begin, on the right corner, we have Mudsoap. Can we get Mudsoap in the call real fast? Mudsoap,
Hello.
good to see you, champion. Are you ready for the duel?
Yeah, I'm listening to Swifty PvP music right now.
Oh, do you see yourself making to the top? Is there anything you're worried about or any concerns?
Well, I'm the only thing I'm concerned with is not having enough people to beat this tournament. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go crazy.
Oh!
Okay.
Damn, you are just ready to fire up, huh? All right. Is there anything you'd like to say? Shout us or
Shout out to P-Love. Yo, WP Love.
okay, Pillup is in the tournament. Do you think you can take him on?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just here to have a good time. If I can beat a single shaman or a single tank warlock, I'll be really happy.
I mean, you are fighting a shaman right off the rip, and good luck to you. But so, Guzu, would you like to interview Disco P?
This could be, are you here?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you, and how are you feeling about this tournament coming up very soon here that you're about to be a part of?
I'm feeling quite nervous, actually. Not against this matchup, but about the other matchup.
Oh, hold on. Why not this one? Are you saying Butsup is a walkover?
Wait.
Well, I haven't played him before, but I haven't lost to a hunter yet, so I'm not that worried.
So you haven't
But-
lost to a single hunter?
No, not really.
Oh,
All right.
man.
So what you're saying is that you're feeling confident going into this tournament, that you can do really well and represent the
Yeah,
shock
that's
state.
yeah, I want to represent the P's and make sure that
Okay.
we aren't
Do you
pushovers,
need to
know?
go pee?
No,
You're walking around a lot here.
Nah, that's just the movement, you know.
Ah, okay. You're just looping it up. All right. I think we're ready. I need you guys to drop down the flag, shake hands, /bow, and let's get the show started, Guzu.
Yeah, let's get it going, man. So it's a best of one, Savix, correct?
Yes.
It is a best of one here. Okay, and we have the dual tournament, the dual flag coming down here with a Searing Totem and also a Stone Skin and Healing Stream from Disco P here. I'm wondering how Mudsoap is going to deal with that, because in my experience, Shamans have been incredibly hard to attack and kill in this game mode, especially with the little wolves that they can summon.
Yeah, the wolves do an incredible amount of healing as well as 2 stuns back to back, and they just slash you around insanely hard. I'm not sure how Mudsoap will play it out. Maybe he could Sleeping Dust one of the pets. And the duel does start. The trap does get thrown out, but it doesn't land, unfortunately. And you can see Mudsoap hiding away far as possible. And the Spirit Wolves are out. Guzu,
Yeah, the Spirit Wolves coming out there, also with a stun following up with that. He does have the 25% stun resistance, but it actually doesn't go through. There's a trap coming out there as well. The Wolves are following Mudsoap, channeling him down little by little. Mudsoap is trying to deal with them, trying to just live through that Wolf, because if he can go through those Wolves, then he might be able to go through the duel and maybe beat him. He pops the Frost Trap, but then breaks it up afterwards. Actually, I believe it was a free action potion being popped afterwards, Savix, but Disco P chasing down Mudsoap now.
Mudsoap did use potion and deterrence. He's doing his best to kite away. I wanted to see a trap being tossed onto the pet, maybe a sleeping sand onto one of the others so that he could kite out better, but he's just taking this damage and I don't see him really winning this. He's doing his best to walk out of this situation, but down goes Mudsoap, losing on the first round,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Mudsoap getting unlucky with the stun resist there, not getting it through with the Orc Racial, then the pets just channeling him down. The sad thing is that the pets were actually down just after the duel ended, but it wasn't enough for Mudsoap. He tried his best, but the Shaman is too strong here.
They are too powerful, and we have another special guest, Guzu, for you to talk with Vezi about the last match.
Wow, that was quite a match, huh? What do you think, Guzu?
Wow, yeah, but that was insane, Vessi. I'm not gonna lie, I did expect Mudsoap to eat dirt there and get blasted, but that's not because of anything against Mudsoap. It's just because the Shamans are absolutely ridiculously strong in this level bracket. They are definitely a high contender to win this whole thing.
You see, I was on the same thinking, except my reasoning was because it was Mudsoap, not because he was a hunter.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Cool. So that means that Mudsoap lost the duel here. Does that mean that he's out of the tournament completely, Vessi?
He is completely out, one and done until the final match, which is a best of 3.
Okay. Wait, but he's out. Is there?
Yeah, Mudsoap is out.
Okay, so the last game will be a best of 3 essentially.
Yes.
Do you think there's anything different Mudsoap could have done to deal with Disco P, because he was trying to kite away the Frost Wolves and trap in and run away? What do you think he could have done differently if we have some future Hunter versus Shaman matchups?
Maybe he could have used some sand on a wolf, trapped a wolf instead, but I don't know if there was much he could have done. The Shamans, they're too broken.
The Shamans are really strong, so I will be very surprised and very proud if there's anyone that manages to beat up one of these Shamans here, because they are really a top contender. Which duels do we have coming up next, Vessi? Are we aware of this?
I think up next we have a priest and a warrior, and Savix, take the camera.
Yeah, so we do have a priest and a warrior being bag checked right now. Some of them might be possessing some firearms, illegal weapons, or drugs. So our officers are checking in. I just got confirmed that we are ready to go. Guzu, what do you think about this matchup? Mud Mela versus Ash War. It's a priest versus warrior.
Okay, so Ash War is obviously from the Fresh clan, and we have some fresh and fly characters being brought into this tournament here. Ash War actually completely dominated the whole warrior bracket as we were doing our testing grounds here.
Really?
But he is fighting a priest, and priests can be very scary, especially because you don't have a Berserker stance, you don't have Berserker Rage to remove the fear, and Ash is playing a Orc, so he doesn't have Will the Forsaken. What do you think, Savix?
Oh, wow, Guzu, you have some strong warriors in your Fresh clan. This guy is looking mighty and fresh. You can see his shifting silver breastplate crafted by blacksmithing from the Black Fathom Deeps quest. And Mud Mela, looking very thin. He might have just woken up from his grave or something. And I'm not sure if you are aware, but yesterday he did lose to a level 25 priest in the qualifiers round, but the priest that won couldn't make it, so Mud Mela did take his place. Could we actually get them in the call here? Mud Mela, how are you feeling about this fight?
Oh, I'm feeling way more confident than yesterday.
Oh, really? What have you done to prep yourself? Did you stop playing Retail WoW and your girlfriend to practice, or did you
Whoa, she's not my girlfriend now.
Oh.
We're just friends. Yeah, check your DM, Sevix.
Okay.
Sorry,
would you like to
no, I
give
did
your
not
girl
stop
a
playing
shout out
Retail.
or anything like that?
no.
All right. Is that all you have to say?
Listen, may the best priest win.
All right.
That's nice. That you're fighting a warrior. Yes, good luck.
Oh, I'm fighting the warrior. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
yes,
easy then.
Easy. All right, we'll see.
Guzu, you may.
Ash, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
So how are you feeling about this tournament you entered, Ash, and how are you feeling against this priest? Because you only knew 2 hours ago that you were actually participating. How are you feeling?
I'm quite nervous, shaking honestly, but I will lock in and bring this home for the fresh guild.
Yeah, I like to hear that, man. Listen, nerves can be good because they make you perform better. They may not feel good at the moment, but they make sure that you're dialed in and you're locked in to perform well. So I believe you'll do as good as you can and beat this priest up.
All right, with that being
course.
said, you may drop the flag, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. Priest v Warrior. The nerves might be there, but it might just be their adrenaline kicking in, wanting blood, Guzu.
Yeah, so Savix, you've done a lot of duel tournaments as well in the past, and you know how wicked it feels. He comes up with the charge there. He actually did get a charge off in the beginning here, trying to go through with some Sunder armors, actually breaking down that... Wait, that is the warrior getting Sunder because of the homunculi. There is the fear going off of the warrior, and the warrior is not be able to break it, Savix. What do you have to think about the mind spikes coming off here?
I don't know about the mind spikes, but Mud Mela is getting absolutely clapped right now. I believe he was playing too much retail WoW, and Ash Warrior has just been prepping up much better than he has. But Mud Mela doesn't say he's done. He's getting some penance off, getting a little mind blast as well. And you can see the homunculi doing a little backflip, slapping him on the shin, scratching him up. There's a big potion being used by Mud Mela, and Ash Warrior retaliating by going into defense stance. I'm not sure what he's trying to do there, but he does get feared, and this fear might backfoot him, but he does break out early. Very lucky of him to break out, and Shockwave did miss, and Mud Mela just kiting away much as possible.
Yeah, the shield is up right now, so there won't be any rage generation on the Ash Warrior, but he's trying to break through it little by little. The homunculuses are pumping into Ash Warrior, but he actually gets the kick off there with the shield bash, swap over from the two-hander into a one-handed shield. There's another shield coming up on the priest there. They're trying to really like delve through it. There's the big execute coming up soon from Ash Warrior, blasting into that priest, absolutely annihilating, and Ash Warrior takes down Mud Mela.
Oh my god!
Sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, Guzu's Fresh Ember Ash taking the W. Well
And
deserved.
Fresh.
Beautiful kick as well at the last part and executed perfectly. Great duels all around.
I would like to say that was a beautiful swap to the shield and one-hander to bash that priest. That was absolutely stellar.
I was thinking why he did that, but he was just trying to land the kick there, and that was beautifully played. And Vezi, why don't you take it on?
Well, that match went exactly how I expected, if I'm going to be honest. Guzu, I don't know if your community knows about this or even you know about this, but, what, Mud Mela? Yeah, they, yesterday, they couldn't even beat a, non-level 25 priest.
Hey, I mean, listen, I don't know this mud fella like you guys do it, but when I see him, I see a person that shows up to a tournament that they were not supposed to be in, and they put on a good show, all right? Ash Warrior is more prepared, he's got all the gear, and he absolutely destroyed him, but at least Mud Mela was here. Showing face is very commendable, so I respect that personally.
True, very true. He showed up.
Yeah, so how are you feeling about this Warrior Priest matchup? Should it normally go like this, or is Ash Warrior just like built different?
I think Ash Warrior might be a little bit built different, you know. He might have had a easier matchup, but he still had to prove himself.
Yeah.
He didn't have as good of a kit to work with.
So what we don't know, what's very different about these early duels, these level 25 duels, is that it's a completely different meta. First of all, we don't have all our talents. We're not level 30. We don't have Circus Stance. We don't have Devouring Plague. I guess we do actually have that. But there's a lot of things we do not have at this level. On top of that, we also have the SoD talents and the runes and everything like that. So it's very coin toss what could win, but it looks like there's already showing a little bit of a favor towards certain classes in the duels.
Yeah, it's definitely looking favored towards shamans or warlocks, but maybe somebody could come out and show that, skill is above all.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how the next duel pans out, because it looks like we're going to have a Warlock versus a Hunter coming up.
And it looks like it's ready. Savix, back to you.
I'm not sure if I got the cue of the sound from Bedge, but if we are ready, we are good to go here.
Looking like no interview.
Yeah, it does
no
look like
interviews.
we might be skipping the interview on this one, huh? Luch mine. They are just
Okay,
starting the
we're-
duel, ladies and gentlemen. The Warlock charging in, sucking the pet immediately, trying to drain the pet out so he doesn't have a pet. And hunters do fairly well. I believe this is a survival hunter from the Fresh clan, Guzu.
Yeah, In Your Mom has been blasting and absolutely pumping everybody in the prelim eliminations in the fresh people, but he was fighting against some hunters, and this is not a hunter. This is it's over. Alright, he's dead. He's dead.
That's quick.
Okay.
Man, that was a close one. That was a close one. Well, that also went exactly as I expected. How about you, Guzu?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Warlock tanks are ridiculous, man. I've heard tales of them being incredibly powerful at the max level, and it looks like that also stays true here. In the early levels, they're just unkillable. They drain life, they do the dots, and they just run you down with that infinite armor. And even though the Hunter does a lot of damage, the armor just completely negates it.
Yep, I can attest those tales. I played a Warlock in the level 25 phase back in the day, and you just suck them and you don't die.
Ready for the next one? Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a Mud Champ from the Mud Hut clan and Micro PP from the P clan. Guzu, how do you see this matchup lining up?
So we got a rogue here versus a druid, which is a little bit interesting. So Micro P is playing a druid, obviously, and I think we have a feral druid versus a rogue. So you know, Savix, that in classic WoW, feral druids can actually be very, very scary, especially if they sit in bear. You gotta catch them out of the bear form, get them gouged, get them stunned. But we don't have a kidney shot, we don't have a cheap shot. What are we gonna do, Savix?
We might not have a kidney shot or chief shot, but they do have Between the Eye. It is a Season of Discovery rune where they pop out their rifle and shoot them between the eye to do something similar to kidney shot, but more damage. And I do see them both having big potential since this is a Season of Discovery. If this was a level 25 doing Classic WoW, I do see the Druid winning this. However, since it's a Season of Discovery, it might play out differently, but who knows? We'll find out what happens. And I believe Micro P is here. Guzu, would you like to take him on?
I am not the one taking on Micro P. That will be our competent Mud Champ. And the Mud Champ, I think in order to deal with Micro P and really get him like, you know, get him in the clutches, you gotta get the gouge outside of the bear form and maybe bust out the Between the Eyes, Shadow Step, and then blast him outside bear form, right? Or we're gonna have basically like a feral druid versus a rogue with the cat form on it.
I meant like
Was it an interview?
him, Guzu.
Micro P, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks for asking.
Hey, what's up? Looks like we had some technical issues there on Savix's end. So what do you think about this?
They were in there waiting for the interview, and you're like, I don't want to get peed on or something. What?
Hey, listen, I know you have some technical issues right now, Savix. Just I'll get into it here. So Micro P, how are you feeling about this matchup?
Not too good. I don't have a lot of PvP experience, but I'll do my best.
Do you have a lot of Season of Discovery experience though?
Up until phase 3.
Okay, so you're gonna go into this with an open mind, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right, sounds good.
That does sound amazing. And Mud Champ, I've seen you fight a lot. Are you prepared for this duel?
Well, we'll see how it goes, right?
All right, we shall see. And ladies and gentlemen, if you look above, the ashes are falling for this beautiful scenery, and you too may drop the flag. Because I see you really don't like the P. You sounded like you were offended when I said, do you want to take him on?
No, it's the heat, man. It's very warm here. And
It must be the heat.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the duel has started. Micro P in the bear form does find him out and hit him out, and Mud Champ retaliating right away with Blade Dance in order to get some parry procs out of it. And you can see them just slowly withering each other down. And there's that Between the Eye stun coming right away, and there's a Thistle Tea coming through with triple Sinister Strikes and early potion being used by Micro P, and Mud Champ doing a Fan of Knives, trying to AoE him down in a dungeon. Guzu, the Repose has procced.
I see a lot of weird things happening here. The druid left the bear form in the stun and also like a Fan of Knives from the rogue as well. But it looks like the Micro P is just getting blasted down little by little, and he also left bear form. He used a what I don't even know what to say there. He popped the entangling roots from the talent tree, but the Mud Champ said, no, I don't care about your freaking entangling roots because we're playing Season of Discovery and I got Shadow Step, and he finishes him off.
That was incredible to see. Yeah, not a lot of people might not know, but Early on this level at 25 with all the runes available, they do have the Shadow Step. And Vezi, please.
That was a good one, wasn't it? You left you speechless there at the end, Guzu.
Yeah, I didn't even know what to say, Vessi. I didn't expect there to be a Shadow Step coming out there because I'm just not used to seeing it at this level. And even in this expansion, to say the least. Vessi, what do you have to say about this duel? What did the outcome surprise you?
I thought that the druid I thought the bear would be a lot harder to take down, but he made it look easy. I guess rogues are more powerful than I thought.
You gotta keep in mind though, Vessi, that they do not have dire bear form at this level, so it might look like a big bear, but it's not a dire bear, and that's a lot more armor.
All right, Savix, back to you.
It does seem like we're ready to go already, and our production is just on point. This is a lot of work to handle, but they're just bag shaking on speed dial and giving them all the consumes, the potions, the dynamites, everything provided from the guild. And yeah, we do have them up. Could we get Fresh Ona in here for a quick little interview? Fresh Ona, how are you doing and how are you feeling?
Feeling good, I'm feeling prepared, just ready to go. I've been enjoying the experience. So far, everyone says that they're just betting all their chips on Warlock tank and or shamans, but to be honest, I beat everyone, every single tank Warlock in Guzu's guild before I qualified here, and also the shamans in our guild. So I'm looking forward to have a good time.
Wow! I am loving
Voodoo,
the confidence
Mod
that
Voodoo
you are
has
just
to-
oozing out. Please go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. I'm looking forward to enjoy a good duel between Voodoo. I have a major respect for all mages because my main was a mage for a long time, so this is the first time I'm trying a Warlock. So, contrary to popular belief and what everyone says, I'm going ahead and I'm betting all my chips on my Affliction Warlock spec, so...
Ooh, so you're not gonna go tank?
No, I'm going Affliction Warlock, and that's how I beat every single one
I
of
believe he
your
just said he beat
tank
every
Warlocks.
single tank playing the build he has, so I'm kind of excited to see. I haven't seen a lot of Warlocks play like a non-tank version, so this will be interesting. And I guess I have one more question for you, Fresh Ona. How is the Fresh Guild treating you?
It's been nice. I've been playing with my brother, so...
Oh, shout out to your
I've been enjoying
brother.
Yeah, shout out to VR and Lekatush, so...
That's awesome.
We've
I
been
love
playing
that.
together, so far it's been a good experience. And I hope you guys are having a good experience as well.
That is so, yeah, I used to play with my brother a lot when I was a kid. Now I get to play with my brother online, Guzu, and casting this beautiful tournament. And Guzu, why don't you interview the Voodoo?
So Mod Voodoo, it seems like you're going up against a fresh member here that says he's almost never lost. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good. The exact opposite, as in I haven't PvP'd in 4 years, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh, you're right. We did have our mages drop out last minute because they had to go. They had a girlfriend aggro, so we did have mages fill in. So Mud Voodoo, thank you for coming in to fill the spot, and good luck to you, man. Let's drop the flag and start this, boys. Oh, that is unfortunate that the pre-sheep did explode already before the duel did start. And here we go. The Arcane Barrage coming in into a nice dummy so that the pet hits the dummy. Well played by the Mud Voodoo here. Will he be bright enough to cut off this suck? You could range the suck and cut it off, but there's a sleeping powder being used from Fresh Ona to cancel out that channel, and Mud Voodoo doing his best to range it away, and he does realize and cut off the suck so that he cannot suck his drain, but it just happens again. He just keeps sucking him one more time, Guzu, and the Voodoo page is just trickling down into a fear, Guzu.
I don't even know what to say, Savix. That dot damage is just too gnarly to deal with. He's gonna have to burst him down, and he just doesn't have the damage for it at this level, and Freshona just slowly dwindled him down without losing any health. That is incredible. I don't know how people are gonna deal with that.
Yeah, that does seem deadly. I mean, there's no Cloak of Shadows or none of those clearing abilities, no bubbles. So if a Warlock does get full out on you, you may just be trickled down.
Yeah, and again, he's going something that a lot of the other Warlocks are not going. They're all going tanks. But he said, you know what? I'm going to reinvent the meta. I'm going to go Affliction, and I'm going to dot them down and slowly whittle them down through it. And frankly, it's been working really well.
It has been. And Vezi, why don't you tell us about what you thought?
You know, I thought Mud Voodoo, he might have showed up in gray boots, but he at least showed up, and he fought, and he tried. And, you know, he was going against a Warlock. Well, it's not a tank Warlock. That guy still never lost, so.
Yeah, again, they showed up, they were here, and they did their best. And that's all we can ask for. You know, but I guess Fresh One he just had it in the bag from the beginning. He was confident, he knew what to do, and he executed it perfectly. So that's great, Vessi. I don't know if he's gonna be able to have what it takes though to deal against those shamans, because we do have a shaman versus warlock duel coming up very soon as well.
And it does seem like they are ready to go, guys. The shaman versus warlock. These are the two top incredibly powerful classes. I will say Mud Zorlak has been performing really well, and he's been teaching a lot of shamans because he's that good of a player. So this will be interesting to see how this goes. I'm gonna be a little bit biased and say Mud Hut Pride member Zorlak, he might take this one. But Guzu, what do you have to say about the P-Sor? And I believe they're both in this call.
So from what I can see, it actually looks like P-Sor is also playing Affliction. I'm not too certain because it's hard to read from the runes here, but P-Sor, are you in here? And can you explain a little bit how you're feeling against playing against a shaman? Because they are really dangerous.
Well, considering it's a hero class, that's all you need to know. But yeah, I'm deciding to try Affliction with a bit of defensive to try and mitigate the insanity that is Enhancement Shamans.
So you're gonna try to mitigate it, and you're gonna try to outlive those wolves.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're gonna try a new build, and I think that is what you have to do against this, because those wolves are scary, man.
Oh yeah, I have a shaman as well, so I know how dangerous they are.
Oh, so you do have experience on both classes, so you kind of have the upper hand to understand them well. And I guess I want to ask, what does your name mean?
Well, my original name is Dinosaur, so Piosaur just made sense.
Okay, do you want to give a shout out to your leader? I believe your leader is watching right now at this moment.
Shout out Sunglitters for creating the most chill guild and having great vibes overall.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
And Zorlak, anything you'd like to add? Or shout outs to anyone of your clan members or your brother's family, anything?
I mean, big shout out to the Mud Clan, of course, but I just want to say thank you to you as well for hosting this. It's a lot of fun.
Of course. And thank you for coming out. I do appreciate all of you guys being here, brave enough to fight. I know chat might sometimes be mean, or chat might be providing, and they might be cheering on, but it does take a lot of gut to come out here, and there's a lot of nerves, and you guys put in hours to practice these duels. So very proud of you for all being here. And let's drop the flag and get this going, boys.
Yeah, looks like Solak is also playing Elemental, actually. He does have the Spirit Wolves, but he has that big burn buff. It gives 141 spell damage at this level, Savix. Do you think that's gonna be enough to take down this Warlock, or do you think the Warlock has what it takes to work his way through those Feral Spirits?
I've seen Zorlak fight, and the battle does begin. There is a charge from the Felguard, and Zorlak hiding away much as possible, trying to avoid the Sakuzu, and the fear is being casted. Will he put a Tremor down or range it? I believe he ranged it, and there's a Haunt going through with Curse of Agony and all those curses popping through, and Zorlak is staying on the top. He is ranging this perfectly to cut the Suck immediately. He does not like the Sakuzu.
Yeah, so they're actually both fapping at the same time as well to avoid any stuns. I'm not sure if there is any stuns here that they can pop off with. He's actually holding on to the Feral Spirits for a little bit later, while he's also killing off the Felguard and slowly dwindling him down. He's picked into Riptide to be able to heal himself.
Oh my god, and just incredible damage. The faps of the doubles will not be enough to save him there. There's a Hellstone being used, and down goes P-Sor. Wow.
And keep in mind, this was even without the Feral Spirits. This was without the insanity that is the Feral Spirit rune.
He is holding back. You have not even seen all his arsenal. Yeah, he has been prepping a lot, and I really liked your commentating there, because that was beautifully said when they both had that little freedom going on.
Yeah, the free action potion is a great potion to drink because you're able to negate basically all stuns for 30 seconds. It's quite strong. And I really like the way that he went for the Felguard in the beginning, got rid of that, and then slowly dwindling down the Warlock. What do you think about that, Vessi?
Well, I enjoyed that match. Zorlak, he was dominating all day yesterday, so that was pretty much what I expected.
Yeah, I mean, listen, these shamans, they are the favorable class of this tournament. Whenever I asked people about it, they're like what class will be doing the best? Everybody always responded, the shamans are too OP. And frankly, I would like to see one of these shamans have like a big battle with some other class too, but it seems like they're just gonna be dominating, Vessi.
It does seem that way.
Wow,
Hopefully we
thank
can
you
see them
so
fight a
much,
Warlock
Vezier.
tank.
We do have the duel ready to go. Finesse, Mud
quit.
versus Pete, myself. Guzu, why don't you take on the P right now?
Pete, myself, welcome in. How are you feeling about this tournament here? And how are you feeling about this event as a whole? Feeling good. That's kind of scary. Have you played Season of Discovery before, or is this your first time? You played till level 50. Okay, so you have had a little bit of experience with this before. You're feeling good, but you're kind of scary. All right. Do you think you can win this battle against this druid here? Of course, that's what I like to hear.
He is confident. And next we have Finesse Mud. I've seen Finesse duel. I did have them all fight for their spots for 4 days even, and Finesse, he just finesses everyone. Finesse, do you have anything you'd like to add on?
Not much. I don't have much experience in SoD. I only played phase 1 last time, which was very different now that we've got all the level 60 rooms.
Wait, you
up
don't
and
have
stuff.
experience, but you played incredibly well in the tournaments, and you were the top performing druid, I believe.
Well, I've got a lot of druid experience and on classic as well, just not SoD.
Are you a fan of Soda Poppin, or do you think you're better than him?
I don't know if I'm better than him. I think it'd be a close duel. But he was the one that got me into playing Feral back in like 2013, 2014.
Oh wow,
Just
shout out
days.
to Chance. He is a legend. He's a
Yeah.
very good druid, but maybe one day you'll be able to fight him, and this is a very good opportunity to get your name known. And good luck, guys.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so we have Finesse Mod, who is a Feral Druid, up against a Priest, which can be a little bit of a strange matchup in normal vanilla, but obviously this is not normal vanilla, so I guess Pete myself is gonna let him open up and see if he can hold in the P as he goes in.
Yeah, we'll see if he can hold his P. I'm sure he's holding it very, very well right now. The P clan does train to hold their P, and there is that nice Moonfires being casted upon him. And I believe Finesse just destroyed all the homunculi. Very well played. And Pete myself putting all the DOS Vampiric Duchess rolling in, and Finesse is doing his best to shred him down. But I believe he is a hybrid of Resto, Pharaoh, Boomkin, so it's gonna be interesting how much damage he could do, and you can slowly see him wiggling him down.
Yeah, so Pete myself is actually not taking a lot of damage because he has the renew popping off as well, but it's more like, instead of the health going down, it's more the mana going down, because Finesse wants to break down that mana and eventually be able to finish off Pete myself. But at the same time, Pete myself can get Finesse Mod into like a big fear at the end and then have a killing blow, and it looks like what's about to happen right now, because there's a Mind Blind coming in here with the Mind Spike as well. There might be a few coming off too, but there's the heals coming out for Finesse Mod, getting that resto balance gear coming in there with the intellect and the healing power, just making sure that he can heal himself up. There's a regrowth coming in into the fear though,
beautiful fear
breaking that
landing.
regrowth into the Mind Spike. There might be a power word death, but it's not happening because for some reason he can heal himself while being feared, Savix.
Yeah, I believe all the hots were rolling through, and he just re-hotted himself going back into that cat form, and he did use his potion while Pete myself still has one. There's dispersion coming through, turning into a little poo-poo dust. Sun Glitter's guild members might be a little bit weird here, but the Mind Blast is being casted and it does land, doing no damage at all, but Priest, Pharaoh, they're both just tickling each other, melting each other slowly. This might be our first long duel. And Pete myself is getting another Mind Blast proc right there with Finesse dropping down to 42%. Popping a Pharaoh Frenzy. There's that nice War Stomp. Hots are rolling in once again, but the Priest says no, and he's dispelling him, cleaning him up like a fish this time. But Finesse goes back into cat form, noticing these damages are trickling him down, and there's a nice mana pod being used. Guzu.
Yeah, so what you're saying correctly about him like removing the spells, but you gotta keep in mind that the spells cost a lot of mana as well. So he's dispelling the heals of Finesse Mod, but he's also dispelling his own mana at the same time. It's a very costly spell to use, but there's the fear going off into a reset because Pete myself wants to get mana back. Finesse Mod now is going back into cat form and trying to run him down. He might actually have feline swiftness because you have that 30% movement speed there. Finesse Mod is looking like he really knows how to deal with his priest, slowly dwindling him down in the cat form, leaving the cat form, life blooming himself up to max, and then just do it little by little. It's a very long strat, but it works, Savix. I don't know if Pete myself will be able to get through this because the fear just went off.
Yeah, I was hoping that fear would last a little bit longer so Pete myself could walk away a little bit further and drink another gallon of water so he could absolutely pee himself once more, but Finesse is not letting that happen, for he is just on him, shredding him down like a Feral Druid he is, and there is that beautiful sleeping dust being used. Walking away,
Yeah,
he made sure that he didn't have any dust as well.
The Sleeping Dust is a very, very strong item you can get from a Dust Devil in Westfall, and it sleeps you for up to 30 seconds. There is a chance that it can heartbeat, which means that it can drop off suddenly, but it didn't. There's a Shadow Word Pain coming in, though. Pete myself actually going in a lot more early than I thought he would, because he doesn't really have any mana, and he has 50% health as well. There's the Fear coming off too as well. Into the Mind Blast, it's gonna break the Fear because it's a direct damage into the Mind Spike. He wants to burn down Finesmod here, but he has no mana, and he's basically burning down his own mana as well. Finesmod goes back into the cat form. There's a Spurs comes off, which also gives him a ton of mana, regenerating himself up to half, but he's still not half. He's not halfway full. He's halfway dead, Savix.
I'm really happy to see these two perform. I did want to see him walk away and drink a lot more with that Sleeping Dust, but he did open early. I think that was like an honorable play there, and both of them just casting Inner Fire and Thorns. I've seen it both. These guys are locked down and they're tracking their buffs, playing it perfectly well. This might be a really good duel that we're witnessing, but Finesse watching Soda pop in a lot. He got a lot of lessons from that Druid Giga Chat himself, and Pete myself drinking another potion. A lot of mana. He might have to pee himself right now. He's been drinking a lot. Guzu.
Yeah, he's slow, like, Finesse is slowly finessing him down to low health. He's saving that Starfall for the Homunculus to instantly kill them, which I think is very smart. And now he's just twiddling him down in cat form. He may not have all the agility strength gear, but he has a lot of int and stamina to keep himself healthy and also make sure that he can last longer. Because Pete myself is on the back foot here. He wants to fear him, wants to reset, but it won't be enough time because the feline swiftness with a 30% movement speed makes it so that Finesse Mod can keep up and keep the pressure. Pete myself has no mana, no way to live now. He's wanting him down in a desperate measure to try to win Savix, but I don't think it'll happen.
I don't think he can win this either. Not to disrespect him or anything like that. I do think he played super well, and I'm very proud of him for making it this far. But he is just wanding him down, Harry Potter style, Expecto Patronum. There's another fear here. This might be a potential time for him to walk away far as he can and drink some mana, perhaps some health. He may have to pee himself once again here, though. This might be his 5th time drinking, and he's just melting down from the bleed. He's getting some Flash Shield and a Renew being casted, and another Harry Potter moment coming through Guzu.
Yeah, it looks like Pete myself is just running on the back foot the entire game now, and he's just been slowly whittling down. It's a slow killer, but it's a sure killer. Finesse Mod knows what he's doing. He knows to keep up the pressure. Even if this dispersion comes out, he knows that he just needs to keep this up, and eventually Pete myself will go down. There's the fear coming off there, and Pete myself wants to reset. There's the little healing coming out there from one of the runes, the Vampiric Touch into the dots going off there, but they actually Finesse Mod ran out of range in the fear. Vampiric Touch is up, Shadow Word Pain is up, but Pete myself is slowly but surely losing the mana. Actually, he's not, because
yeah, he's just got a Siphene dub. It does help him get mana, but Finesse, he's just a really good play. He rooted the Siphene so that it doesn't hit him and get the mana back. He's doing his best to kite away from it, and the Siphene didn't get a lot of value there. These guys are playing incredibly well, Guzu, but also, P myself, I don't know how he's living this long. He's doing an incredible job of just sustaining his cooldowns and playing well overall.
Yeah, they're doing really well, because this is a part of SoD where there is not a ton of burst between these two classes, so it's about who can get the resets in properly and who can utilize their skill set best to win. Pete myself has been on the back foot the entire time, but he's really done a good job at keeping up, and I really respect that. But the mana game is real, and Finesse Mod looks like he's slowly but surely dwindling him down.
Yeah, and I can see Finesse Mud trying to stay away and use Sunfire to build up combinations so that he kind of could avoid the fears here. And I believe he's just going for a Wrath because he knows if he gets the fear, he will get mana from that fear link. So he's just staying in range and just casting Wrath to burn him down, which I don't think is a smart play. But interestingly enough, now he goes in trying to dot him with the Rake and a nice Sunflower, and all the bleeds are popping. There is that fear once again. I feel like he does need to use that Wrath momentum to burn him down, but perhaps if P just wants, he gets that 5-second mana, and you can see Finesse charging as fast as possible.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Finesse can do other than what he is doing right now. He's not going to be able to Wrath him down, Savix, because if he does, there won't be enough damage to pressure Pete myself to actually go on the back foot. He needs to stay in that cat form as long as he can and keep the pressure without getting low himself, or he has to leave cat form and start healing himself. There's the fear going off quite early, which could actually be quite scary for Pete myself here, because Finesse Mod now has a good opportunity to catch up and kill him. If he has a dash up, he could just Life Bloom himself now, chase him down, and perhaps even kill him, Savix.
Yeah, I do think you're right. He was doing that wrath and he realized there wasn't enough damage and he was getting mana back from that 5-second rule. And P kind of came back there where he got finesse down to 50%. And I don't know how he's living this long with no health and no mana, but he's just balancing it out incredibly well. He might get another dispersion coming up soon and a Scythe Fiend unless Finesse can finish this up. He does drink a mana potion. I believe that was their second potions each. They have 2 each Guzu. And there's that beautiful fear.
The final fear coming off there, he has literally no mana. Reg is ticking as well. He wants to go away, drink a little bit, just have enough to barely do something. Finesse Mud has full health and probably also like a full mana bar at this point because the mana keeps ticking even if you're in cat form. So he goes in now, casts the Sunfire and tries to dwindle down Pete Myself. But I think Pete Myself might slowly but surely lose this, Savix.
Yeah, I do think he will pee himself soon, for Finesse is doing his best to keep this pressure up. Pete Myself trying to get that Mind Blast, barely staying alive at 32% health. If he could kill him before the next fear, but unfortunately the next fear does come through and Finesse Mud is praying that this fear breaks. But Pete Myself, is he...
Looks like he's giving up. He's saying, okay, GG, I end. He gives up.
I mean... that's pretty honorable. I think P Myself didn't want to drag this out any longer. So he is yielding, which I think they both played super well. And P, you should be proud of yourself. And Finesse, congratulations on the win.
Yeah, I don't think Pete Myself could have played it much better than he did. It's a situation where we're just at a level bracket where he doesn't have enough damage to really burn down the Druid, and Finesse just knew how to keep up the pressure.
Fezzy.
Wow, that was quite beautiful. I gotta say so myself. It was a long match, but it was a good one. It reminded me of the time I was running around in the city looking for a public bathroom for an hour until I just gave up and peed myself. How about you, Guzu? Can you relate?
Maybe not in that instant. That case, I can relate to some things not like that, but perhaps a similar situation in game. With a fight prolonging for a very long time and it becoming quite tedious for the people within them. Yes.
Guzu, if you'd like to talk with Bjorn real fast.
Yeah, so Bjorn, how are you feeling about this this event here? You were dueling 3 hours ago in Durotar and now you're in the tournament. How do you feel against this warrior, Sydney Von Mudd?
I'm just glad to be here. I think 3 hours ago was the first time I dueled, so we are so ready.
So you dueled for the first time 3 hours ago and now you're in a tournament. You feel confident you can beat this warrior?
Of course.
Okay, that's good to hear, man. Have you been enjoying the SoD event and is it your first time actually playing SoD?
Oh, I played a lot of SoD back in release, but this is fun to play, fun to be back again.
It's a bit of a victory lap then, I suppose, to like experience SoD one more time. So excited to see you play. Thank you very much for showing up as well.
Yes, thank you for having me. And we have Sydney Mudd. Sydney Mudd, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us how you prep for this dueling tournament?
Just been dueling a lot. Kind of tired, need some coffee, but I just want to apologize for eliminating him first duel.
Oh, apologize for eliminating him first duel. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. I hope you win this so you can get yourself a nice coffee and watch the rest of the duel and get prepared for it. And you may drop the flag when you're ready, gentlemen.
All right, well, let's see.
Damn, I like the confidence and the friendly banters, guys. And Bjorn being respectful, doing a slash bow, and Sydney doing a slash nod. And there's that charge being coming in right away with the rend coming through and burst popping off right away.
Yeah, the burst coming in there from the Gladstand's warrior. He's actually playing the Gladstand's Deep Wounds build, so slowly dwindling down Bjorn. But Bjorn does have the Homunculuses now blasting into Sydney Von Mudd. And also the Shadow Pain, the Void Plague, the Devouring Plague slowly tickling him down. He goes through the shield now, which means that he's going to be able to get some rage. But there is the Will of Forsaken into the Fear now. So now Bjorn will have this warrior just onslaughting him, slowly just blasting him with that Deep Wounds ticking, Savix.
Yeah, you can also see him stacking all that Sunder armor, and there is that fat being used. I'm not sure if he's going to get a lot of benefit from it, for it doesn't cleanse the one that's already applied, and there's a Siphon smashing Sydney as well, but Sydney is a tank warrior. I'm not sure if that shockwave landed, but the health potions is being used by Sydneymon, and it is looking very close. And as for a warrior, he's doing really good against the priest. I thought the priest would kind of have the upper hand here, but Sydneymon not letting that happen. He's just slashing and bashing him away. There is that fear. This will be a time for Bjorn to recover, for they don't have another way out. You don't have Berserker Rage, Guzu.
He needs to keep him in combat, because if he doesn't keep him in combat, there's a charge coming out! There's a charge coming off there into Bjorn as well. The second view was used into the penance, getting some heals off. He needs to get him dotted up. He needs to get a sleeping dust coming through there. Bjorn using the sleeping dust to get Sydney Von Mod into the position where he can heal himself to full and then completely annihilate him. It looks like Bjorn here from the Fresh Killed will stomp on the Mudhut clan.
Yeah, you do see that happening, but I gotta say, Bjorn is using magic like Gul'dan, and this is looking one-sided like Durotan. He hasn't even used a Slumber Sand or any of those gadgets that were provided here, and Sydneymon lasting with 2% health. And down he goes. Oh, I would have loved to see another sleeping dust being used, but I believe Bjorn did have a Will the Forsaken, and Bjorn, well played, using those cooldowns well, utilizing that sleeping dust to get a reset. If it wasn't for that, I do think Sydney could have had that. And there is the good duel being tossed.
Sydney played well. I don't know. It's a difficult situation, because if the priest gets that fear off and just 2 ticks of penance, he heals all the way up to full. He almost had him. He was almost done. Bjorn was on the back foot. Sydney was just about to win, but he couldn't pull it all the way through. What do you have to think about that, Vessi? What are you saying?
You know, all I can think about is the confidence that Sydney had at the beginning, and then he didn't pull through, and now he's going to have to pay the price in the next phase. He's going to get shamed.
I don't know about the shame, but I do like the friendly banters, ladies and gentlemen. And we do have the next duel ready. Mudstuff versus Nut Truck. And well played by both players at the last match.
Yeah, they did fantastic. And now we got a mage versus a hunter duel coming up here. It looks like Mudstuff. I can't even tell if he's playing melee or if he's playing ranged. It looks like he's playing a bit of a mixture with the kill shot and also some trident action here. I don't know if you have much stuff in the chat to explain what his thought process is going into this mage duel.
Yes, sir. I'm just got a lot of help. Worried I'm not going to be able to stick to the mage, so kind of switching it up a little bit.
Oh,
okay, you're feeling confident going into this tournament, and thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, confident against everything but probably Warlock and Shaman maybe. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, that's the best we can do.
Yep.
And Mr. Nut Truck, you sell nuts IRL or?
Nah, dude, I'm just really hoping not to get one shot right now.
what was that?
This dude's scared as hell, yo. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, the hunters do a lot of damage, and you are a squishy mage. I don't know how you're gonna deal with it, but I wish you very much good luck.
Yeah, good luck to you both, and let's drop the flag, ladies and gentlemen. I do like Mudstuff changing his playstyle to be a range instead of melee, for mage is going to kite them out well, and there's that nice serpent sting coming through, and Nut just popping his racial ability, throwing an arcane barrage, Novaing the pet away, and he's trying to get a nice cast through. Will he have enough damage though against a massive torrent that is beefy and has a double barrel shotgun? Just chunking him away, and Guzu, it does look like the fresh member will get absolutely crushed.
Yeah, it's too much damage, man. Okay, like they do too much damage. I don't know, man. Not sure I couldn't do anything, man. I feel bad for him. He just did so much damage. Like, I expected there to be a little bit of a pushback there, but the healing from the mage was not enough from the onslaught of the hunter. Actually, a hunter as well going ranged, which is a bit different in this matchup here, Vessi. What do you have to think about the ranged hunter?
I believe Vessi went to the bathroom and
duel. I really like that one.
Oh, Vessi,
thank you so much, Vessi. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys.
They got a gun, like one.
I was muted.
No, I just thought you were so lost for words, Vessi, that you couldn't believe the mage went down that fast.
No, I expected it to go exactly that way. I had technical difficulties.
But I hope you've been enjoying yourself, Vessi, in watching these fantastic duels in your private beach that I see there. I really enjoyed that nice backdrop you have as you're watching these amazing duels unfold.
Yeah, I'm just out here fishing.
That's good. That's awesome. So yeah, Hunter versus Mage. I guess normally it's a duel where the Mage has to run them down and blast them, but we just don't have enough damage in this level yet, Vessi. It's just a different ball game.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Vezi. And we do have the
Yeah, Vezi,
bracket
how's the
showing one
Fisher?
more time. Go ahead, Crab.
How's the Fisher class fare in that duel?
You know, I probably beat the Mage too. You know, I did beat a Shaman yesterday, by the way. Just so everybody knows.
Oh, I did just get
best
signaled
class.
that the duel is ready, ladies and gentlemen. We do have some interesting matchups coming up. We have Sony Digital, a famous warrior coming up, and Pilaf on the bottom, and Grunge. A lot of good players still in the line. Totem Duck and P-Mud. Is there any excited fights you are waiting for down here, Guzu?
Yeah, so I'm looking at it here, and Sony I'm very excited to see, because Sony has shown in the past that he is an absolute blaster when it comes to dueling and also arena. So that's very exciting to see. And frankly, any Shaman duel I'm quite excited for, because Shamans are a force to be reckoned with, and I would love to see someone take them on and really show them what's up.
Technical difficulties. Actually, you don't get too excited for that Sony duel. It might not be happening.
The thing is with duels is that it doesn't matter who is dueling, whether it's a known person within the community or if it's someone that's coming in for the first time. So regardless, I'm just excited to see some good shows here and see the community, you know, battle it out, Savix.
Yeah, and we are ready, guys. Mudbath Kula, how are you feeling about this fight? Oh my, do we have a translator here?
Excuse me, I was speaking in my demonic tongue, of course. Usually I like the sucking arts of affliction, but this hunter with the powerful bow and axe and fierce panther, chow! I think the armor will be good, so...
Crab, can you translate this, please?
Oh, hell no.
Alright, Peach over here dancing, Guzu.
Yeah, Peach, from the Shock State Guild, how are you feeling about this tournament, and are you proud to represent Shock State as their hunter?
I'm very proud to represent Shock State as their hunter, but I'm just a humble fishmonger. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Oh, did Sungular just place you here or something?
I beat 2 hunters to get here, but it was only because I felt bad that nobody else was signing up.
Well, listen, Peach, you may be a mere fisher, but the Vikings were also just farmers, but they still absolutely pillaged and demolished. So you can pillage and demolish this little warlock as well.
Okay, I'm here to have fun.
That's what matters.
That's what matters, and let's drop the flag, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, 2 broad shoulder men battling it out, and there is that nice feral charge and to an immediate suck. Rakula does not even ask, he is just sucking out of his mind. Will Peach cut this suck off or let him suck through? There is a range buff with the rune, I believe, compared to the level 25 duels in the previous, since we're now awarded with all the runes available. And there's another suck coming through Goose, and what the heck is happening?
Peach is gone. Warlock, they're so strong. He's a mere fisherman, okay? And he came here to have fun and show up for the hunters in Shock State. And you know what? The Warlocks are incredibly powerful right now, and it can be difficult to deal with them just out of the classes. So I want to give a big shout out to Peach for showing up and being a part of this tournament.
Hey, as a fellow fisherman, Peach won in my heart, all right? They don't play the game to fight, they play the game to fish.
I believe Sony has actually not shown up.
Sony
do we want to give the next guy a bye, or do we
no-show.
want to have someone who lost?
I believe we could just give him a bypass and we'll move on to the next one.
On to the next one.
Well, it looks like we have one drop out of the tournament so far, Guzu. Sony Digital.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Vessi, it is a scary tournament, and I understand having nerves and not wanting to, like, not being able to show up on time. That's fine. It's a big tournament, and there's a lot on the line here, so I would be scared too, Vessi.
Oh, you're insinuating that he is indeed chicken.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that there is a lot of pride here on the line for this tournament, and I wouldn't be surprised if some people were too scared to show up.
Interesting, interesting. Is the next duel ready?
We actually need to stall a little bit.
Oh, we need to stall a little bit.
We could stall a little bit by let's get Rakula back in here and tell us about how he felt about that last matchup and if he's thinking he could take the whole thing on. Is Rakula here? Matter of fact, let's also get Sun Glitter in here, guys, to represent the P clan. Maybe.
What the fuck?
Oh, Rakula, welcome back
Hello?
in. Are you feeling
yo,
confident
yo.
about this whole tournament? You did see that last matchup go, and you are in one of the favors, I believe.
Me think Hunter pretty good matchup. Me think me have very good chance. The other warlocks will be challenged. The apex predator shaman with the wolf also very scary. But me have cooked something up that hopefully work.
Okay.
Now you didn't beat a hunter, you beat a fisher, much different class. Just want to make that clear.
Was it a fish found?
He said that's what he said.
Okay.
Is there anyone in this tournament in particular that you are afraid of? Any like names in here that trembles you?
From what me have seen, this what's his name, Sardok the shaman, powerful cow. He seems like a worthy opponent. Sorlak Mud, of course.
Okay. It does seem like our next duel is ready. Mudbath Kula, good luck on it. I will be cheering for you as well, man.
Farewell.
And here we go, Guzu, one of your fell enjoying Fruit Melon.
Yeah, we got Fruit Melon showing up here from the Fresh Guild. Fruit Melon, how are you feeling about this tournament? Are you excited to be here and represent the Fresh? You're feeling nervous. You know what? You're excited and you're nervous. You know, that's the best feeling ever because that means that you're excited to be here, and I'm happy to hear that. So I hope that you represent the Fresh good, obviously, and show a good match here.
Good luck to you, Fresh. And over here, we do have Grunched Mud. He is a strong opponent, Guzu. He's one of my top rogues.
Yeah, I can see he's doing the 80 spam there as well, actually.
Yeah, he's kind of reminding me of Bobka from like 2019, if you remember him.
I do remember that guy.
He's got a similar hairstyle. He's very sweaty. Shout out to Bobka, amazing rogue, and Grunge is like a European version of Bobka. Grunge, are you excited for today? And do you see any hard matchups coming through? And how do you think this matchup will go?
I'm definitely not favored for this one. That's for sure. Tank shamans are a fucking bane in my existence, but I'm gonna try my best. Hopefully take it home for the clan. Clan is strong together.
Well said. You guys may drop the flag when you are prepared. Here we go, Guzu. Shaman v Rogue. This will be interesting because a lot of people do think that Shamans and Warlocks are top of their classes, but Grunch is a very skilled player as well, so this will be interesting. Fruitmela not starting on Wolf form. Grunch might get a sap and destroy all the totems.
Yeah, so you cannot be sapped if you're actually sitting in Ghost Wolf form, which maybe a lot of people don't know about, but Fruitmelon says, you know what, I don't need to worry about that. I am confident in my tanking abilities. So there's the sap coming off, Fruitmelon getting sapped, and then Crunch clearing out the totems, which says to me that Crunch knows what he's doing. He's starting off there with a Garrod into the nice Deadly Poison Saber Slash combo actually, but there's the big gnarly wolves coming out here. Actually, if I was this rogue, I might even just wait out that Flame Shock and vanish and go away, Savix. What would you do in this situation?
Yeah, no,
here?
I totally agree with you, but they do have a rune that makes it where you could Flame Shock back to back to back with the proc as well, and you can see Grunch using a fat health potion and evasion early on to avoid the feral damages here, and Fruitmelon also using a potion. This is looking very very close. There's a Thistle Tea being used by Grunch, and this is looking very, very close, Guzu.
Yeah, Crunch Penalty is slowly going down. Crunch is literally have no health. There's a disarm as well, but the wolves are finishing him off. Those wolves are just barking up against that rogue and slowly but surely killing them. The fact that Grunch almost took down this shaman is incredible, Savix. He did insanely well.
He did insanely well, and I believe there was a stun resist from the between the eyes. So very unfortunate from Grunch, and well played, guys. Well played.
Yeah, he did good. I mean, honestly, Crunch played fantastic. He knows what he's doing. You can tell by his movement and by the way that he's utilizing his abilities. But that 25% stun resist, Vessi, it's so strong.
Hey, he tried his best. He fought hard, but he was up against the final boss.
Yeah, the
Shaman,
final boss.
not specifically that guy.
Yeah, the shaman. Yeah, I agree.
And it seems like we are ready for our next match, which is a Shaman v Mage.
Indeed, we are ready. We have Tolem Doug versus P Mud for real, for real. He's got every single name in his thing, Guzu.
Yeah, Pimon, for real. Are you here? And how are you feeling going into this tournament? Feeling good. You know what? That's all I can ask for. You're feeling good. You're ready to take on this shaman here. I don't know how you're gonna manage to do it because these shamans are a menace. But I wish you good luck.
Yeah, Guzu, I could probably... Actually, I'll say it after they leave. Toldoug, are you prepared for this duel?
Yes, I'm prepared. I'm about to demolish this guy. You're gonna see a master class from the Master Duck. This guy's dead. Everyone on the roster is completely fucked as well. Good luck.
Oh, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Duck is very confident today. His head is shining as well. Is this freshly shaved today?
Yes, sir.
Wow, can I give it a slap on the back?
Yes, sir.
Alright, good luck, man. You're gonna do well.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, drop the flag. Let's go, boys. Yeah, Guzu, Duck has been prepping a lot. He's pretty much beat everyone, I believe, in the Shaman bracket. So this is my top Shaman, Guzu.
Yeah, he definitely has the confidence to back that up. So he says that he's going to beat up everybody in the whole tournament. He's purging off the buffs in the beginning here, trying to get the P-Mud FR rid of the buffs there. Spell Frost Bolt coming in there. Totem Dog pops the Fab in retaliation to that. So now he will not be able to be stunned or slow for 30 seconds. And then the Wolves comes out, which gives them a massive speed bonus, just running down that Mage Savix.
Oh my god, yes, it is a totem instead of a Fab. They do have like a Freedom Totem in this version of game, and you can see Tolduck is just prepared, ready, and retaliating by every abilities being countered. And P-Mud, for real, I don't really see him taking this Guzu, not to be disrespectful, but oh, P-Mud has a Fab as well here, double Fabbing. Guzu really likes it when they double Fab here, but the Wolves are just burning him down, and Polymorph will not be casted. Urshock will cancel it out, and there's that Lava Burst being casted. Another Polymorph coming through, but he will go down.
Yeah, a shaman that knows what they're doing is scary, especially in this level bracket, Vessi.
Might be muted again or something.
Especially in this level bracket, Vessi.
Yeah, he came in, he declared himself a threat, and he put down his opponent. You know, it was a mage, he was always going to win that, but we'll see how he fares against a real class next time.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys think if Zika was here, he would be able to take on the Shaman? Because I believe Sun Glitter, the P clan, summoned Zico to come play, but apparently Zico might have left the guild to level up more. But if Zico was here, do you think he will take that duel, Guzu?
It's a hard thing to say because Zico is one of the best mages that has ever graced World of Warcraft, but we are in a very limited game mode here that where we're level 25, we have weird runes, and shamans are just so much better. So I don't even know if you will be able to have the damage to kill a shaman, frankly, even if you were Zico.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give Zico the benefit of the doubt. I fought him personally, and yeah, he is one of the best mages I fought, and Who knows? He could like whittle them down, trickle the wolves down, and after the wolves go down, because wolf is a 3-minute cooldown, and if you could go through that, outlast that, you might have a chance to come back. But you are absolutely right, because they do have Riptide, Earth Shield, and healing bonuses from their cloaks and backs. Yeah, it will be a hard matchup, and I do think the next duel is ready.
Looks like we got Shankyu and Red Mudhoof here. Rogue versus Druid. Shankyu, thank you for coming for this tournament. How are you feeling? You feeling good? Yeah, I mean, you were qualified for this tournament a few hours ago, and now you're in it. This is your gold farming character, so that's... But you are really fierce and very ready to take on this Druid, of course. So I'm glad to see that.
When you picked your champions, Guzu, did Shankyu fight like a couple of the rogues to prove his spot, or how did that go?
So how we had a elimination process. We had all the champions show up outside Durotar, and they were dueling against their own class to see which was the strongest. And Shankyu actually won all duels.
Okay, dang. So he's the top rogue of your guild.
Yeah, he is the top. Second top.
Okay, but he's also a gold farmer. That is interesting. And now we have Red Mudhoof. Red Mudhoof, how are you feeling in this matchup?
Nervous. It could be close. Very close.
Nervous and very close. Where are you from, Red Mud?
Does my accent give it away?
Oh no, I'm just curious because your character looks so beautiful and cute. I wanted to like know where you're from, of course.
Russia.
Oh, привет, как дела?
Привет, привет.
Привет, привет. I wish you luck, my friend. And may you guys drop the flag. Here we go. Guzu, who do you see winning this battle? We did see a Rogue v Druid earlier. Do you see anything different happening? And
I'm not too sure here. I mean, it can really go either way. A lot of these tools have been very kind to us here, but the Druid coming in here with the opener, and also the Roots from the beginning, which is a little bit of a weird choice, I believe, because that means that he won't be able to root him later. But Shankyu pops the evasion there and actually resists the War Stomp, so Red Hoof won't be able to get a good distance here from Shankyu, and now Shankyu is ambushing down, get that Waylay. Waylay, oh, my WoW crashed. I can't see what's happening. Savage, take over.
WoW did crash, ladies and gentlemen. Guzu will be booting it back up, but Shankyu also had a between the eye miss, so both stuns are missed, ladies and gentlemen, and Shankyu is just shanking him. The only ability he's pressing is backstab, 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 backstab. It is looking like a classic montage right now, and Shankyu does use a massive health potion, a succulent one, a juicy one, and Red Mud counters back by popping a mana potion and going into bear form, and he is just tanky. Not taking these backstabs at all. He does not like it, and the bear is just mawing him down, and Mud Hoof takes the dub.
Damn.
Are you back in, Guzu?
Yeah, the duel ended before I logged back in.
Alright, you could now pretend to know what happened and talk about it with Vezi while I fix this Wikora.
Well, so that went well, you know, the Shankyu, he was taking down the Druid. It looked like he could have won it, but then the Druid ran off. He popped a mana potion, went bear form, and took down the Rogue.
Yes, I agree, Vezi. Yeah, I do agree with that. Honestly, it's the little bit. It's not as surprising to me. Druids are not as strong as they are level 40 because they don't have dire burr form. But again, they still have an onslaught of damage with all those different runes now that we now have to offer in SoD, Vezi.
So it is gonna be Mudman Pillar versus PTSD. Very creative name from the Sun Glitter clan.
Who is the person responsible for brackets and matchups?
It was my officer, Bej. We did get the information of Guzu and Sun Glitter's members today, and they were all placed beautifully well balanced. What do you have to say to that? Were you not happy about it?
The
Or?
other warrior dueled a priest. Respectfully, right? That's a very easy matchup. And then I get matched up with a guy with 2,000 health, fully enchanted, protection warrior with like insane. Like, look, just look at this guy. Just like literally, don't even inspect him. Just look at him. Look at the bard.
Pallav, I was expecting a different, like, composed Giga Chat version because you're usually like prepped up, best parses on retail WoW. Like, you're coming in here, kind of. Wait, did you want to fight a priest? You think? I believe Warrior v Warrior is like the most warrior glorious battle that you could ask for.
He's a shield. I'm playing arms. Look, I'm playing a real warrior. He's playing a gladiator.
Did you not want to play sword and board?
Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna beat him like a true gentleman.
Oh my goodness, a true gentleman indeed. All right, he is out. PTSD from the shock stage. Oh, you have a beautiful voice over there. Guzu, why don't you go ahead and interview this beautiful cow?
PTSD, how are you feeling going into this tournament? War or mirror matchup?
I sent him pit.
Okay, I think that's honorable and that's commendable from you. That's good to hear. I'm excited to have you here. I hope you are excited to be here.
Yeah, send them into the pit. You guys may drop the flag and pill off at 1600 HP versus PTSD at 1800 HP. Tank versus Arms. Man, Guzu, how is this matchup gonna go? I'm not too sure over here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have a Glad Stance Warrior versus a two-hand Arms Warrior. The Glad Stance is a little bit different because it's using a shield, right? And there's the shockwave being missed or resisted. I couldn't really tell there, but Pilaf with the two-hander, PTSD with the one hand, and shield there. Slowly but surely dwindling down Pilaf. Pilaf has a lot more rage, but PTSD has a lot more health.
Oh,
There's the
beautiful fear onto the retaliation to not get the benefit, but it does break early, unfortunately, Guzu, and that nade was beautiful from that start. Pilaf now at 56% and PTSD at 81% health with Sunder armor stacked up. And Guzu, he just popped retaliation, but he's getting kited out.
There's the meat hook coming in there from the patch, dragging him in there from the Warcraft 3 spell, of course. Pilaf then blasting him with the big retaliation. PTSD says, you know what? I don't give a damn about your retaliation. I'm gonna just pummel through it and blast it. There's the health potion coming through there, both from Pilaf and also from PTSD. PTSD coming off with the fear, but it breaks by the deep wounds, and also Pilaf goes through the bandage, and PTSD might go down.
And Pilaf takes the W. Wow, I actually thought PTSD was on top, but Pilaf just came over with it. Well fought, well fought. That was surprisingly close. Very close. Wow.
Yeah, I thought PTSD had that in the bag, but it was close but no cigar.
Close but no cigar, and you know Vezi loves cigar.
I've never had a cigar in my life, but you know what I do love? Watching Pilaf fight. He came in hot-headed, upset about the health difference, gear difference, but he came through.
Yeah, I mean, PTSD almost pulled through as well, but I think the big blunder was hitting through that retaliation and taking all those big chunker hits from the Axe of Severing.
We can take a look at the bracket real fast, ladies and gentlemen. So all these beautiful contenders, why don't we give a round of applause for everyone showing up for round one. Even though you didn't move up, I like to commend and appreciate and admire your bravery to coming out here, representing the guilds and putting in time. And thank you so much for the fighters. I've been there. Guzu's been there in the pit, dueling for hours, sweating your balls out. Guzu, do you have anything to say to these champions being brave enough to come out?
Yeah, I wanna thank everybody for showing up and taking their time out of their day on this very hot summer Sunday to play some World of Warcraft and have a good time with the community in Season of Discovery.
Yeah, and if you're ever wanting to get your name known out there, or your content creator striving to grow, like these are great opportunities to come out for. Guzu and I also kind of started in these, right, Guzu? Oh, I see you drinking a little jar, of course. You want to do a little cheer, of course?
Yeah, a little cheer.
Oh, wait, you upgraded to a glass jar like I did, huh?
I choose I have a vessel here. I have this little flower cup as well. Then I got my big bottle here. Yeah, I got a little bit of everything because make sure to drink water, guys. It is very hot outside, so be hydrated. But yeah, I started out many years ago doing lots of duel tournaments, and I know how it feels to do these. It's very nerve-wracking, but it's also exciting. So I'm glad to see some other people experience that as well.
A lot of emotions on the line. And next up, we do have Disco P and Ashavor and Crab. Is it correct that we're ready?
Yeah, so next up we got Shaman versus Warrior, and frankly, I don't know how this Warrior here will pull the rabbit out of the bag, but it is Ashwar, and he is an absolute blaster in the duel. So I think if anyone is supposed to be able to take one of these Shamans down, it might be Ashwar Savix.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. They're both very good players, but I do think the Shaman might have an upper hand here. It is a P versus a Fresh clan, and I told them they could drop the flag whenever they wish for it. They have left the voice on accident, I believe.
So it looks like, if you look at the Shaman's gear, Savix, it looks like the Shaman is actually playing Elemental. So we have an Elemental Shaman here going up against the Warrior, which is going to be interesting because he's going to have to do some casts. So if Ashwar is fast with that Shield Bash, he might negate a lot of the damage.
He might indeed, but you also got to realize they have a nice proc with their dagger with Flame Tongue that could just auto cast out procs of Lava Burst, and potentially we might see that happen. But you're also right. We have seen Ash go Sword and Board to interrupt those casts. So if Disco P does P himself and get caught off guard, he might just get interrupted and blasted through by Ashwar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how this goes. It looks like he's playing a, yeah, it looks like Disco P is like a healer elemental tank mix, which is probably for dueling the best. Duel Flag goes up and it is about to kick off Savix.
And the Warrior does charge in. Disco P with Earth Shocks instead of those combinations of Flame Shock bursting through. Actually, I was wrong. I was mistaken. The procs are happening. And the Feral Wolves are out early. And Ash is taking so much damage. Guzu, he is retaliating by using Overpower and Heroic Strikes. And there's that nice Sleeping Powder, but breaks early. I don't know if he accidentally hit it or broke early there.
So Ashwar is actually trying to kill the Spirit Wolves with the retaliation, trying to burst through them, but he's only just barely managed to kill them now, and Disco P has 100% health, while Ashwar is down at 50%, below 50%, 30, 40, 20% now. And Disco P pops up the Reptide, keeps himself max health, and Ashwar just doesn't know what to do here because it's damage, it's healing, it's survivability. What can he do?
There's a nice fear, but breaks early once again. What was it magic does? It broke early. Did he accidentally hit him or did he cleave it? I'm curious what happened there.
I think it might. I didn't see. We might have to get like an instant replay from Bessie there, who analyzed the game there. But it looked like Ashwar was going for a good strat, trying to kill these wolves. I really liked that strat, but the damage is ridiculous.
No, I really liked it too. I think Ash did have a plan, and I like that magic powder and killing that pet strat as well as the fear. But I believe Tremor broke out the fear, but maybe the sleep was broken off from the Tremor as well, and we both missed it. I thought it was a miss hit, but it might have been a Tremor play there. Take it away, Vezi.
Well, there's a mystery of what broke the sleep, but the Shaman strikes again. Even if it's not a tank, the Elemental broke him down. How are the Warriors going to break through the Shamans or the Warlocks, Guzu?
I don't know. If you ask me, my professional caster opinion here, I think that the Warlocks and the Shamans are still incredibly favored. I think if we're gonna see anyone take down a Shaman, it must be a Warlock, because Warlocks are the only ones that can really go toe-to-toe with the self-healing and the damage.
That is true indeed. That is true indeed. But maybe Pilaf can be the one, or maybe I don't know if there's any other Warriors, actually. Never mind.
I don't have the thing up here right now. I don't know if a Warrior will be able to take them down, but I guess we'll see.
We could take a look at the bracket. We do have a Warlock versus Rogue come up, Warlock versus Shaman come up, a Druid versus Priest, Hunter Warlock, Rogue Shaman, Shaman Druid, and the Druid Warrior. So Pilaf being one of the only Warriors making it to round 2, so Pilaf should be proud of himself right now.
He's the last Warrior standing.
But he did fight a Warrior v Warrior. But even so, and I believe we're ready, guys.
Oh, well, may the best man win.
Thank you, Mudchomp. Luch minus Fons, do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, vote for Lumichi Al-Gaib.
Alright. And there it is. You may drop the flag when you're ready. Guzi, do you know what Luch minus Fons means?
I believe it's German, and it is quite foul language, so I don't think we should be utilizing that
yeah,
here in this
it means
professional
I
podcast.
love you very much, and yes, and here we go, guys. The duel has started. Flag has been placed. The sheep explosive sheet is out as well. I'm not sure if the rogue will get the opener, and the explosive sheep gets him out, and he's taking so much damage, and the demon is just sucking him. He's going Lucha minus Funds right now. Ishilipatish, Kuta Morgan, and Mudchomp popping evasion. I'm not sure if this will be enough to save him. There's a vanish being casted, but Mudchomp is just getting chopped.
Yeah, that's
it's gonna come down to Shamans and Warlocks, isn't it?
It looks like it, Bessie.
Evasion just was not enough to stop it. He could not get any damage with the sucking going on. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, we are in a weird bracket right now, level 25, all the runes being out. It's a strange, weird meta that not a lot of people have seen before in this way. So, the shamans and the warlocks are just on top.
We got our eyes on the bracket. Let's see what the next matchup is. You know, what's the classes?
We got the warlock versus shaman coming, the one that you guys are speaking about, and I do think we should be respectful. These shamans and warlocks, they are putting in time and moving up, and they're playing to their best, and they did win in their brackets versus shamans and warlocks, so they are the best of their kinds, and yeah, I do think they're playing very well right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the tournament, we have one of each class, and they're showing up, and they're showing what the best that they could do with the capabilities, but we are limited a little bit by the classes. Not just a little bit, a lot, actually. So I think everybody's putting on a fair show, and I think that's respectable.
So we're gonna do another one of these at level 50 instead of 40. In the 50 ones, Goose, do you think the outcome of these duels change? Like, do you think there will be a different class that comes on top instead of just Shaman and Warlock at this dominant level 25 level?
So I'm not really too sure how it ends up at 50, but I do know that a lot of classes get their full talents at level 40, which does change the game quite a bit. Will it be enough for that, though? I'm not certain. Shadow Priests get Shadow Form, Druids get Dire Bear Form as well, Rogues get Adrenaline Rush, so they could do a lot of burst damage. There's a lot of changes to the classes, so there could be some swap-ups in what would be the most competitive ones, but I will say, any spec that's a tank spec right now in SoD is just way too good.
Yeah, they are incredibly strong indeed. How does the genius over 150 IQ Chatters think? Chatters, do you think at 50, what do you think the class will do best? Like, what class do you think will do the best at level 50? Any answers in the chat? Any geniuses? Why don't you read them out for me, Guzu?
I'm seeing a lot of people say Shadow Priest, that's like the big class apparently at level 50. I've seen a very consistent message in the chat about that. Paladin also, but unfortunately we do not have any Paladins.
I have seen Zaryu fight on his mage, and mages can swap their boots out to have that chromatic heal and full heal just left hand each time. I do think that could be interesting as well to see like a good mage come out. They have a big chance of winning. I've seen those duels, and yeah, Season of Discovery is just not super figured out in the PvP scene, I'd say. There hasn't been many tournaments, not that I know of, but yeah, I guess we'll find out at level 50, and if you guys are curious or wanting to join in the future, we will have one of those, and if we could have the For Real clan, would you be up for that too?
Yeah, it could be a fun time to see how the meta changes up at level 50 as well.
All right, and I believe the next duel is ready. I've been hearing a lot of ding ding dings, and let's go. Fresh Ona versus Zorlag. Zorlag, how are you feeling coming to round 2?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good. Already beat one Warlock. Let's see, we have another victim here.
Oh, another victim! Goose, this is your clan member. Is there anything you'd like to question or say?
Yeah, Freshona, he's saying that you're a victim. Are you feeling like a victim here?
Yeah, I'm a victim to the persons that have the time to grind in more gear, so we'll see about that, but I'm confident in my skill. So at the end of the day, I'm confident that it's gonna be a good duel. Respect for Zorlak. I think we're gonna put on a great show. I don't think it's gonna be that easy for him, but all the best.
Oh, I do remember Fresh Ona saying that he has beaten every Warlock, right? This is your best Warlock, Uzu?
Freshona is the Warlock that beat all the other Warlocks, so he is, by definition, the Warlock.
All right, I guess we'll find out. And Zorlai, did you have anything to add on to that? I see your confidence is peaking, and I'm really liking that you're geared to the teeth. You've been prepping up for this tournament pretty damn well, and yeah, I appreciate you teaching all the other shamans in the guild how to play and give lessons, and I do appreciate that. You've been a good man.
Nothing else to add, I think. One thing though, for the 50 bracket, watch out for boomies.
Oh, you're right. I did forget about boomies. Boomies are like nuclear weapons, but enough of talking about boomies. Let's drop the flag and get this duel going. Here we go, Guzu. Ladies and gentlemen, Warlock v Shaman. The Earth Shock is being placed, and the Tremor is down as well for the Fear Avoidance. And you can see Zorlak immediately cutting off the suck. Warlock's not getting that benefit of that heal, and Zorlak is trying to melt down the Voidwalker, and the pets are out, and the sacrifice is being used before it's being killed. And Guzu, what do you think will happen in this matchup?
Yeah, so like Solak is playing this very, very well. He waited up with the Wolves to a little bit later, till after the Void Walker was dead, to get that full pressure on Forshona, to get all that pushback from the Wolves, because the Wolves will make sure that he can't cast anything here. Forshona is getting very low on health. He wants to get close in and then get that nice drain life to get the regen, but it's not looking very good for him here, because he is just getting pummeled by these Wolves and the Flame Shock by itself, and he just doesn't have the healing to go through it. Solak is still feared, but there's the Earth Shock coming through and finishing him off with a little dagger, and the Shaman is just
Dominant.
It's strong, Zavix. It's strong.
It's very strong. And I did see that Tremor Totem being dropped, but it did seem like it cut out very, very prematurely. And Fezzy, why don't you take it on while I set up this next matchup?
You know, that was a good match. Zorlak has been dominating, but still we have not seen a tank v tank match, as if neither of those were tanks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. Those Shamans, they're tanky, they got the damage, they got the healing, they got mobility with the Wolves, they just have everything.
And it appears we are ready for the next fight. Finesse?
Yeah, we got Bjorn and we got Finesse Mud.
Finesse Mud? Are you ready for this battle?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you feeling confident to finesse everyone on the way to the top?
I'm hoping so. I'm a little scared of Shamans, a little scared of Warlocks. They're pretty feisty.
I believe everyone is scared of Warlocks and Shamans, but maybe you can change this up.
Bracket, but
Yeah, you got some strong people coming up, but congratulations making it this far, and good luck to you. And Guzu, would you like to take on the Bjorn?
Yeah, Bjorn, how are you feeling about this? You are facing a druid, and whenever he was asked about which classes he was scared about, he didn't even mention priest.
He had a long fight with the priest before. I'm trying to make that fight a bit shorter.
Oh, you're
Okay,
right.
short
It's
and
another
sweet.
priest v druid.
Yeah, I mean, the other priest druid duel was very long, so Bjorn is saying that he's gonna make it short, and he's gonna make it sweet.
Let's go. I'm excited to see this.
Also, just real quick, need to add, I'm dedicating this match to Muddy Calvin's Officer campaign. Everyone show him some support. Good luck to him.
Who did you say? Who did you want us to vote for?
Muddy Calvin.
Muddy Calvin. There
He
you
was
go,
the crazy
guys.
one. The upside down guy.
Oh, the upside down guy.
good
All
luck to
right.
him.
There it is. You guys may drop the flag and get this started. Here we go, Guzu. Druid v Priest. The last one was very long, and Bjorn did say that he will make this short. Do you know what the name Bjorn means, Guzu?
It means bear in Danish, so he is the bear.
Oh, maybe he's like a bear dom, and we'll get to see that alpha Bjorn come out. And there's that nice sunflower coming through from Finesse, and Bjorn just dispelling him and dotting him up, slowly melting each other, and a nice homunculi coming through. Will Finesse take down the homunculi up once again with his AoE ability, and it looks like Bjorn is doing a lot of damage here, Guzu. It does seem a little different from that other priest.
Yeah, so it looks like Bjorn has a lot more output of the damage. Finesse was saving the Starfall to kill off those homunculuses, so they do not pose any threat there. The Bjorn comes off with the big fear there, trying to put the pressure on Finesse, because if he wants to win this duel, he needs to put Finesse on the back foot, not himself Bjorn. He's actually also doing an offensive penance and busting out the Shadow Fiend, which gets instantly slept by the Magic Dust, Savix.
Beautiful sleep onto the Scythe Fiend so that he doesn't get any mana nor the damage going through. Finesse playing this pretty damn well, but Bjorn as well, he's drinking a juicy fat mana potion right there, and they're both playing to their heart. There's a shield being casted and DOS reapplying, and the fear resist, unfortunately, from the Bjorn, and this might set him in the back foot, but there's a blackout proc to make up for it, and Bjorn is trying to mind flay him, sucking him dry, but Finesse is still looking very, very good on the mana game. SoD will be very proud of him right now, but another blackout proc coming through, another mind blast. It's a big damage, potentially finishing Finesse, but Finesse staying up 50%, and Bjorn is now Guzu.
Yeah, that mana game is not good, man, because Bjorn doesn't have the damage output to really go through with it, and the longer that Finesse just stays in cat form, the longer his mana just improves, because he won't lose mana while in cat form. Leaves cat form now to get some damage on Bjorn, but Bjorn, he's running away, trying to get a little bit of dot damage in, but it's not enough, because the big life bloom just proc there, getting him a ton of health here.
And
I don't know
and you
if
can see
Bjorn
SoD
can
HYPE
even
is
win this.
smiling from the clouds right now as a priest is and Finesse is just finessing Bjorn, dominating this bear, and Bjorn desperately hitting him with the stick, the basher as you might call it. And there's that beautiful fear being landed and Bjorn walking away much as possible, getting a sippy sip of that water. He might have to join the pee clan, for he will have to pee a lot after drinking this much water. And Finesse doing his best to sidestep, doing some cool ass moonwalk speed, getting close to Bjorn with that sunfire coming through, and the dots are taking from Bjorn. Bjorn recovering few of his mana. Guzu, how is this going to turn out?
I don't think it'll turn out very well for the priest. The Finesse, he knows how to deal with this matchup. He has the upper hand. He saves the Starfall for the homunculi.
I love
he instantly
that.
slept the Psy Fiend as well. There's the fear going off there from Bjorn. If Bjorn can somehow live this, even with that, I don't know if he can make it. It's not because he's not playing well. It's just because his class doesn't have the damage. He's actually swapping a rune right now. I don't know what rune he swapped out, but he definitely swapped up something there.
And there's that mana potion being used by Finesse to stay on top and have that cooldown rolling on the mana potion, and Bjorn using that dispersion to get that mana back and potentially negating some damage here. Healing is being used. Dots are being reapplied here, and Bjorn desperately living at 44%. He did say he will end this earlier than the other priests, but it does seem like he is in the back foot similarly to that last priest, and it'll come down to resist the fears and how Finesse will deal with these fear, for Bjorn will just fear away and go for a drink here. But that is how priest is played, ladies and gentlemen. The fear breaks early and Bjorn will not be able to recover in mana, and Finesse just charging back in, meowing and purring at Bjorn, slashing him away, and that shield drops. Finally, Finesse might get him down here, and Bjorn taking that loss well, like a champion. Well played by both.
I don't know if Bjorn could have done much better than he did. He even swapped the rune mid-duel to try to deal with like a different strat, and there's not enough damage. There's just not enough damage at this level bracket.
Not enough damage, and it does appear that Sodapoppin has been summoned, and he's happy to see the Druid win. Why don't you guys take it away while I set up the next?
Well, as he said, Sodapoppin was in the chat, so Finesse played hard in front of his idol, and he won. How do you think, Guzu?
I mean, I think they both played the best that they could. The Druid played well. Finesse, he knew what to do. He saved the Starfall. He had the Hibernate for the Shadow Fiend as well, and he knew exactly how to work around all the stuff that Bjorn threw at him. And not much else that he could do about that. He pretty much played almost perfect.
And I believe the next matchup is ready, ladies and gentlemen. Mudbat Kula versus Mud Stuff. Mudbat Kula, do you think you will take this whole thing? And how do you feel about Finesse being a threat in the bracket as of now?
Finesse. Which one is the Finesse?
It's the Druid that just played Mudbat Kula.
Oh shit, the Druid has conquered 2 priests already. He's a formidable foe and fierce panther to be watching out for in the Stranglethorn Vale.
Can you give us your best like bear representation, like a bear sound? It's not bad. What about a cat? What about a feral cat?
Meow.
Vezi, why don't you give us a bear sound? You were pretty good at it yesterday. Guzu, why don't you give us your best Danish bear right now?
Oh shit.
There's no Danish bears.
Come on now, I'll give you a Korean bear. You ready?
Okay.
Come on, Guzu.
There you go.
Bro, are you serious right now?
What do you mean? That's a good bear sound.
Alright, Mud Stuff, are you ready for this duel?
Yes, sir.
Are you feeling confident about this matchup, and do you see yourself winning this whole thing?
I was really hoping to see some shamans first, but Warlock it is. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, are you confident in beating shamans?
Shamans I've had some good success against, but not the Warlocks. So
Oh man.
we'll see how she goes.
How are you gonna deal with the sucks? If you could deal with the sucks, you could win this whole thing.
Yeah, so I mean my plan is hopefully to get as much range as possible and just
No, stop. You
pepper him down.
sleep him first global, yeah, he's not undead. Then you kill his pet, okay? And then you just start running forever.
Guys, this is unethical.
Wait, are we coaching?
This is unethical.
Yes,
Send
man,
him down.
what do you think? All
Send
right,
him
guys,
down.
drop
What
the
are we
flag.
doing here,
Let's
guys?
start the
What's going
zoo.
on
I
here?
mean, the Warlock is just a dominant
Pride will
force
remember.
class, guys. We're just trying to see how they will take care of the Warlocks. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Guzu, how are you feeling about this matchup?
I'm feeling demonic because I feel like this is gonna go towards the demon. I don't know how much stuff is gonna deal with that Warlock tankiness and the burst and the everything pretty much at this level.
And
so there
here
comes
is the
charge
duel
off.
starting. Yeah, go ahead, Guzu. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah, I mean the charge coming off there in the drain life. He's trying to run away from the drain life, get that trap on him, get him far away, put down the serpent's thing into the chimera shot to eat up that serpent's thing perhaps, and just get some distance. But Mutbath Kula is just running into him closer and closer, getting in that distance. Curse of Agony taking drain life, corruption. There's the shadow flame as well. Just all the dots at the same time, Savix.
I mean, Mudstuff is playing this well. He got that freeze trap to cut off the suck immediately. He does not like the suck. And the second suck, he sticky glued it immediately, cutting it off. But even so, Mudbath Kula is at 76% health, taking no damage at all. And Mudstuff, I don't really see him winning this. He's getting sucked for the third time now. And down he goes like Dorotan versus Gul'dan.
Yeah, the Warlock is just a force. They are a force. Bessie.
The Warlock, he put him down like a baby bear. Like a baby bear roaring. Guzu, you care to maybe reenact that sound?
What do you mean?
You know, like a bear sound. The people. Huh? I didn't quite hear you.
There you go.
Oh, that was, what's our next matchup? What's the bracket?
We do have the Rogue Pea Pocket versus Fruit Melon. I believe this is the last Pea Clan. Let's take a look at the bracket real fast while they do their bag check and refill their consumables. Shoutouts to Bedge and Crab for taking care of this beautiful work. And yeah, it does seem like this is the last P member, so Sun Glitter must be praying that this P Pocket is going to take this W against Fruit Melon. But Guzu, how do you feel about Fruit Melon fighting against the P Clan member?
I think Fruit Malone has what it takes. He's shown that he's able to delve through the damage that the rogue can dish out, bust out those wolves, and just annihilate this Shock State member, Savix.
All right. Well, P Pocket, you're in the call here. Do you have anything last to say for the P Clan before you get absolutely destroyed by the Shaman?
Hey, man, what you be meaning, my last words? We all be knowing why I'm here. All them trolls from the P Clan be sending the voodoo curses against the Fruit Melon. So now I will be stabbing your back, man, with my little dagger and be sending you to Bronze Someday, man.
Oh my god, my apologies. I did not mean to come off disrespectful. It was a funny banter, but yes. Anything you would like to say to your P Queen?
Man, thank you for having me here. This is really fun. I do know that I will be in the sand, but I will stab your ass, Fruit Melon.
Wow, there it is. P Pocket, I admire your bravery and thank you for making it this far. And Fruit Melon, if Guzu would like to interview his own member of as you're the leader.
Fruit Malone, how are you feeling going into this battle? Do you think you can take on this rogue and bring the W to the fresh people? Defeated one already, should be easy. And that's all there is to say about that. Easy peasy.
Damn. I hope you guys all come back at level 50 so that we could see some different way in classes, as we could say. Here we go. When you're ready, gentlemen.
Blue flag coming down, rogue stealthing up. Totem's going down. So now I'm wondering, will insane
casual match from the fresh member. Fresh members are just different, ladies and gentlemen, and he is playing the cone instead of lava burst, and the wolves are out immediately, stunning into that evasion, and P-Pocket not doing so much here. He's trying to backstab away the Feral Hounds, but I'm not sure if this is the play here. Maybe it is. He is kiting away. If he doesn't get another Flame Shock, he might get a re-stealth as well, for the Flame Shock is falling down in 2 seconds, and he does use a Frost Shock, so he can vanish here and potentially reset after killing these wolves, but I'm not sure if he'll do that. There is a potion being used from P-Pocket. Guzu.
Yeah, the Shaman hasn't lost any health, and the Rogue is almost dead. That shows a little bit of how the Shaman is just a force to be reckoned with here. P-Pocket he's trying his best to do the damage, work around the wolves, sprint away, and that's not enough. P-Pocket did the best that he could, tried to send Frugmelon to Bwamsandi, but not today, P-Pocket, not today.
Oh man, I would have loved to see a vanish after killing those wolves. I think he could have got a reset, and after that, it would mean the Shaman has no wolves and he could potentially take him down. I would have loved to see that, but we did not get to.
I think if he would have vanished after those wolves and got a reset, that could have been the way. But Vessi, do you even think it would matter, because Shaman's so strong?
It took everything in his power just to get those wolves down. Even if he got a reset, would he be able to take down the boss? Who knows?
That is the question indeed.
And we are ready for our next matchup, a Druid versus a Shaman.
Indeed, we are ready. I did finish setting up my weak auras just now. Shaman v Druid, both from the Mud Hut clan. Proud of the Mud Hut clan. Totem Duck, how are you feeling against this matchup? Druid v
First
Shaman.
of all, name is Toll Duck. Remember the name. I'm gonna delete this guy. On to the next one. It's Pilaf. If that clown can win his guy, if he can get out of retail, come into Classic where the real players are, he'll see me then.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Toll Maduk just proudly standing like a Giga Chat. I'm liking the confidence and the banter you're doing. It's like what Michael Jordan said. You could talk crap after winning, but talking crap before the fight is kind of brave. And you know what? I like this friendly banter, and I believe Pilaf is all for that. And Red Mudhoof, anything you'd like to add into this upcoming match? How confident you're feeling, and if you can see yourself moving to the future?
Not really. I have an idea how to play. I never tried it. It's my only option. We will see.
All right, you may drop the flag. And Guzu, take it away, please!
Yeah, Toll McDuck coming in here with the big confidence yet again, saying he's going to dominate the whole bracket and even calling out future players if they move over in the tournament as well. I don't know if Red Mudhoof is going to be able to deal with this freaking beast of a Shaman Savix, but here goes the dual flag, starting in the cat form, going into stealth. What will happen next, Savix?
All right, you can see Mudhoof prowling, and then the totem just replaced her. I don't know how we visually kind of saw that, but Red Mudhoof now blasting double Sunfire, building triple combo points so that he could get a beautiful bleed going through. There's that rake and bleed shredding this Shaman apart potentially, and the health is looking evenly matched as of now. There's that Earth Shield being casted and a Frost Shock, and Red Mudhoof answering his calls by coming out of the form and going for a stun, but stun resists unfortunately, and the Shaman is just trying to melt him down. I believe he still has his wolves if he is playing that with his cloak socket. And honestly speaking, this is pretty close right now, Guzu. And there is the Spirit Wolf.
But there's the Wolves. And the Wolves is what gonna make a difference in this, because now he has the movement speed from the Spirit Wolves, and he will not be able to run away from this absolute beast of a Shaman. There is the Magic Dust coming out, though, trying to get away from those Wolves, but they will be up for like around 20 more seconds. And I don't even think the Shaman needs to play the game to win here, because the Wolves are just tearing him down. The sleep falls off early with the heartbeat, and now he's getting flame shocked and slowly run down there. If he's really smart, he pops the stone skin. Oh, I would like to see an Earthbind into a totem projectile there, but red move goes down. Toll McDuck has full mana, full health, and yeah.
There it is. Tomaduck still bowing and saying good duel after seeming that confident.
I believe some competitors may be using their mini-map to see where people are in stealth. Could be.
You might have to kick them out when they're dueling and re-invite them.
Yeah, I don't have assist on it.
Well, Tolmud calls out Pilov. Crab calls out Tolmud for being a shaman and being very brave, but we'll see how that pans out in the rest of the brackets. It looks like Guzu's talking to his sister.
What sister? Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Guzu, are you talking to your sister?
Yeah, my sister came into the room real fast.
Okay. I believe the next duel is ready, ladies and gentlemen. Crab, what was it?
Yeah, just chatting as a shaman, like probably not that brave.
I mean, Tolma Duck is the best player in the shaman bracket as of now from that last competitive pre-eliminations we had. So
I really want to see that shaman warrior matchup. That would be a good one.
that would be a good one. So we're gonna watch Brink for real versus Pilov Mud. Pilov Mud, are you feeling confident in this matchup versus a Druid? I remember watching you in Savix Invitational in 2019. You absolutely demolished Haunted. Do you remember that?
Bro. Stop. You're getting me I'm emotional now. Just thinking about those times. BFA, man, pre-Classic WoW. Classic WoW ruined the entire state of World of Warcraft community. Look, it's a good game, but the division between Classic and retail audience is so evident and toxic borderline. I don't like this. Pre-Classic WoW 2019, it was all one. You play WoW, I play WoW. That's it. There's no, I play hardcore, I play SoD, I play SOM, I play fucking Mob Classic. No, it was all one. We were all united. Everybody played together. Everybody played for fun. Now it's all about who has, my lord is better, your lord is better, my PvP is better, No!
I believe
yeah, I remember the tournament. That was
both
very good.
games are beautiful and it has two different communities, and I think that's fine. I do know what you're talking about when we were all in one game, but a lot of people are reminiscing and having nostalgia in the old games, so there are multiple versions, and honestly speaking, I'd rather have the WoW players enjoy their favorite versions of their WoW rather than packing up and going to go play different games. So,
but Savix, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the toxic people, right? People who say retail is gay and classic is for losers. Those people annoy me.
oh, so you are enjoyer of all the WoW. You just don't like it when there's like tribalism. No, I totally agree with you. There's a lot of tribalism. So yeah, I misunderstand you. But zdravo kako si bracha Zelvik, and let's get this show going, Pilov. If you want to move up.
Let's go. All right, let's see. First of all, I'm doing a very good player. I want to say good luck to you, of course. I'm kidding. I don't wish you luck. I want to win.
Do you have anything to say to that shaman that was here earlier?
Which shaman?
The one that was saying that he wants to face you, of course.
Oh, the one in the previous duel?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to destroy him.
Oh.
By the way, I'm keeping up. Every single shaman so far won. I'm going to break the whatever pattern, I guess. I'm going to win.
Okay.
But first, let me go through this guy. This guy looks very geared. Good luck.
Yeah, Brink, are you ready? Guzi, this is your member if you would like to take him on.
Yeah, Brink, how are you feeling? Facing Pilov, big warrior, plays a lot of retail, plays a lot of classic. He always does
PvP and PvE. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, he does both PvP and PvE, by the way. How are you feeling confident against going up against this this Serbian warrior here?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the reputation, so we'll just see how we can fare against that.
Yeah. I agree. The pressure is on me, and he has nothing to lose, so let's go. Good luck. Enjoy the show.
All right, drop the flag and let's get this started, boys. Oh, there must have been an accidental cancel here.
I think everyone just glared.
Oh, he just popped one of the cooldown too. I don't know what that was, but the duel has started and Druid just lost a massive cooldown here, so it might not be fair, but Pilov opening with the Rend and Overpower proccing. Big executes are proccing with his wings. Guzu, why don't you tell us about the whole warrior lore there?
Brink is dead.
Can you tell us about the wings popping up in Season Discovery, the executes happening?
Oh, so the wings, yeah, sorry, yeah, I was just, that was so much damage. So the wings that's being popped on the back of Pilov's shoulders is actually sudden death, which if you know warrior, it gives you a free execute, even at max health. So he's essentially just spamming him with executes, he's spamming him with overpowers, and he's just rending into him with that big axe of severing, VZ.
Yep, and it looks like Toll Duck is going to get the matchup he wants in the next round. Him and Pilov is confirmed. I'm sure that's going to be very respectful, no trash talk at all. Yeah, so it looks like we got a Shaman versus Warlock coming up, a Shaman versus Druid, a Shaman versus Warlock, and a Shaman versus Warrior. So we got a Shaman in every single duel coming up. Guzu's talking to his stepsister. Savix is going to sniff some coke. We're having a good time.
Yeah, having a good time indeed. Disco P and Loosed Me in the Mud about to come up here. We're going to have a Warlock versus a Shaman. Who do you think is going to come out on top, Vizzy?
This is looking a little close. I can't tell if this is a tank Shaman or an elemental. It looks like maybe an elemental, and we have a Shaman in every duel for this next round coming up. How do you feel about that?
Yes, that is true. There is a Shaman in every single matchup, and you know what? I'm not surprised about that. We got a Shaman from Zerg State, we got two Shamans from the Mud Hut. We got Shamans coming up the Wazoo. There are Shamans left and right. Oh my gosh, there is way too many Shamans. We have not talked to contenders. Me and Vessi had a nice little heart-to-heart, and now we're getting ready for Disco P and Loosed in Mind the Mud. So we can get to talk to them, I guess.
Okay, Disco P, why don't you go ahead and tell us about the confidence you are having, or if you're scared of any opponents.
You're showing the brackets used on swap scene?
Of course.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's been pretty fun so far. I think I'm afraid of the two Shamans that are coming up. I think I fight Zorlak after this if I win. And this matchup will be hard too. I respect Warlocks, so.
Which Shaman are you mostly afraid of right now, if you could pick one?
I think right now it's Zorlak because I know I'm going to fight him next. And Tolan is really good too, but I think I have a chance against both of them.
That's what I like to hear. Oh wait, I thought there was only one P member left, but you're still standing strong for the P clan. So
yeah,
all the pressure's on you. You're the last P member. Maybe Sun Glitters will reward you for coming this far, and I hope you make it to the end, man.
Thank you.
Good luck. And Guzu, why don't you ask what this name means or something in the lair?
I think it means lost me in the mud. Means that he's been getting lost in the mud. It looks like he needs to get lost in this Shaman here, see if he can dish out a win, because the Shaman is, I think, the favored class in this
this bracket,
in this whole tournament. Lutz, how are you feeling about this?
Hello. I think we had a good run.
Oh, you did have a good run. You're not feeling confident, and you don't think you can work your way through these wolves?
Not really against Shamans, as earlier duels have shown, but we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck, guys. You may drop the flag and start the duels. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Warlock v Shaman. Will this Warlock be able to take down this monstrous Disco P? We'll find out now. There's a nice explosive sheep being casted and double charge from the Felguard, and the demonic form and the suction is happening. Guzu.
Yeah, so Disco P sort of cut away from all the drain life because it only has I think like a 30-yard range. So if you can cut out of the drain life, it means that it won't be attached to him anymore. There is the instant lava burst coming out here on the big pit. He's trying to kill the pit first and then go on the Warlock afterwards. Disco P actually is a little bit on the back foot here, healing to full though after the fact. And then it's also the bash from the Frost Wolves coming in here on the Warlock. The Warlock is trying to deal with the Shaman's pits, and the Shaman is trying to deal with the Warlock's pits. The Felguard is down, the Wolves are still up, the Warlock is almost popping a mana potion here, getting a little bit more closer to a potential victory, Savix, because once those Wolves are out, then maybe the Warlock can somehow recover.
And we just saw that double lava burst proc, massive damage, a triple one being casted, and the Warlock did use a massive health stone, and he's trying to put some Curse of Weakness onto the Wolves, I believe, and there's that Searing Totem. He was doing super good at the end. If he could live through these Wolves, he might be able to take this, but it does seem like he is and at 14% trickling down to 1, and Disco P takes the P, ladies and gentlemen. And Vezi does love talking about P, so we'll swap.
The Shamans are so strong, man.
I don't like talking about P, but I love talking about Shamans who are dominating. They have won every single match. Is that going to stay true? Because we have Shamans in every single match.
It might, honestly. I was really rooting for the Warlock there, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping that he was gonna pull through, and I was trying to root for him with the Wolves going down, perhaps, but Vessi, they're just too strong.
Well, up next we're going to see if a Druid can take on a Warlock. as Finesse Mud is going to take on Zorlak.
Oh man, these two players are incredibly good at the game, and they know how to articulately watch their steps, pressing each buttons carefully. And Guzu, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, Zorlak, how are you feeling about this? You're facing Finesse. Do you think you can work your way through the Druid and perhaps get to the finals?
I do think I can beat the Druid, but if I reach the finals, I'm not so sure. I think the mirror matches are going to be the most difficult ones.
Yeah, I mean, Shamans are on top, and it looks like all of you Shamans are performing incredibly well. So I guess if you can beat this Druid here, then you have the real challenge at the end if you gotta face a Shaman.
Yeah, it's going to be some good duels for sure.
And Finesse, our Druid champion, how are you feeling against this matchup?
Terrible. This is scary.
Terrible and scary indeed, but you have made it far, and Soda Poppin was cheering you on, so I hope you make him proud, and maybe I could get you like a little signature from him in the future, you know what I mean?
That would be pretty cool.
All right. You may drop the flag, and good luck to you all both. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Shaman v Druid. Can I hear from the audience, what class do you think will win? And I believe the predictions are up. I'm not sure if the For Real clan are doing predictions, but Guzu, I may be wrong.
It looks like the Shaman is the favorite class if I'm eyeing out here in the chat here. Finesse Mod getting hit with the big lava burst from the Flame Shark, making sure that it crits every single time. There's no overload proc there, but Finesse is trying to get a little bit closer, get those Life Bloom ticks going as well so he can get some health back. But he is getting blasted with that big War Stomp into a lava burst coming in very soon. Iron Grenade not getting hit there, throwing it a bit too far, but that's okay. There's the Earthbind Totem kiting away Finesse to try to get that distance for the lava burst, Havix.
Yeah, and Zorlak still has his wolves in his back pocket. They may be massive, but he can pull it out anytime he wants. I'm not sure if he'll be able to use it in this match, though, for he is kind of doming this cat. Guzu, can you give us a nice cat sound effect?
I cannot, but I can see the Finesse Druid is getting pummeled by those lava bursts. Actually managed to walk around Solak and make him so he couldn't cast one of them. But he's keeping up the pressure, but Savix, I don't even know what this pressure is, because Solak ain't taking no damage whatsoever. Finesse is trying his best, but the damage output is just too low to be any significant threat at this level.
Yeah, he is playing like a hybrid healer class, so his damage is not prominent at all, and I'm not sure if he's gonna even tickle him down at this moment. And Vezi, since Guzu can't give us a cat sound, maybe you could give us a good cat sound yourself, Vezi. Meow. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The cat is going wild, and Finesse is not being taken down. He is not taking this duel lightheartedly, and you can see him cast all those life blooms, but the Shaman just immediately taking out the buffs away so that Finesse cannot heal himself, and he moves the totem immediately towards him, and he does have that sleeping powder being used. How will Finesse himself way up to the tippity top of the mountain? He is building a great distance here and getting a nice little sleeping potion. And there is the wolf getting that speed of momentum. I thought it wasn't going to be used, but he is using it so he could catch up to him immediately. And there's that massive meatball coming in, and the spaghettis will be set for dinner.
Yeah.
Zorlak taking the dub.
Yeah, it seems like Finesse was able to maybe kite him away, but then Zorlak said, who lets the dog out? And he is the one that lets the dogs out indeed. Taking the W here, Vezi.
Yeah, who let the dogs out? Who? Can we get a bark from you, Guzu? But yeah, it looks like Shamans are dominating once again. So if I had to guess, the Shaman in the next match, he's pretty favored to win.
Oh, but we do have Fruit Melon versus Mud Bath Kula coming up. Guzu, how are you feeling on your Shaman?
On my Shaman in the team up here. I think he can do well. He's facing up against Rakula, but it looks like the Shamans have just been dominating. So, frankly, I am expecting the Shaman to win here, unless Rakula can pull the rabbit out of the bag.
Is this your last member, Guzu?
It looks like Melon is our last member, yes.
Oh man. I mean, I'm torn because I do want one of your members to proceed to the semifinals, but it is Mudbath Kula, one of my generals that likes to sniff and talk about cockroaches all the time. And I guess Rakula, Mike is on you.
I have defeated some shaman in the past, but it's definitely the toughest opponent, especially when they come with the It's very scary. You must defeat those wolves quickly.
You're definitely right. You must defeat the wolves very quickly. Can we move down the fruit melon real fast?
Melon?
So how are you gonna play against these wolves, Rakula?
I think my strategy here is I'll try and do full suck, me not tank anymore. You see, the last guy played tank, got completely cooked. So you will be able to hear me speak clearly now, of course.
All right. Well, we'll see if you put that to work. When you are ready, Rakula, you may drop the flag, and we shall get this show going.
I will take down this apex predator. Move me back in my fighting ring, one-on-one.
You heard the man. Here we go, Guzu. Exciting matchup. Your last fresh member versus Mudbath Kula.
Yes, indeed. We'll see here if Rakula was indeed able to go through and kill one of these shamans here with the Felguard charge coming off here at the beginning, and also a Curse of Agony and a Corruption in the beginning here to try to get those dodge rolling here. But there is a Sleeping Dust coming off the rip here, trying to kill that big Felguard. For some reason, he's casting a Earth Shock, trying to get the damage in that way. It looks like he's not playing the Fire Shock into Lava Burst, just doing melee, trying to kill that demon, get it down so that there is the Lava Burst coming out. But he didn't put up a Flame Shock, so it won't be a guaranteed crit. Now he has to kill the demon and then deal with the Rakula afterwards, while he's actually half health. So Savix, the demon goes down, Frugmillan is half health. What's gonna happen next?
I did like the cooldown management there. Before the Felguard went down, he did take down the Tremor, but the Shaman instantly replaces another Tremor down, so he doesn't get fear. He does not want to get that fear, you know, and there's that suck happening, and Fruit Melon did use a health potion, and Mudbath Kula might be the one to take down the Shaman Dom, but I don't know if Fruit Melon has anything behind his back pocket. Taking down the Felguard was good, but not enough to take down the Mudbath Kula, the fierce Warlock champion. Moving up to the semifinals.
He took down a shaman. That is Vessi. You seem to be blown away by this.
I'm very blown away, but hey, of all people, Rakula was gonna be the one to do it.
That means that Fresh is out of the tournament.
Oh, that's
Wait, where's the wolves? Did he not use the wolves?
Oh,
he may have been using a different rune, for not everyone runs the wolves.
Mayhaps. Regardless, a good show. Rakula knows what's up. He said he forgot to use them.
No!
He said he forgot to use
That's
them.
your
He
biggest
cooldown. Yeah, he just yelled it now. He forgot to use them. And Rakula responded with an Omega lol.
There it is, Omega lol, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Pilav and Toma Duck, the greatest fighters right here.
Pilav, gentlemen, I'm back. Round 3, the only warrior, Savix, literally the only warrior who made it this far into the tournament. Obviously, I'm playing a very bad class, a very bad spec, very bad build. I'm not enchanted. I'm here with pure passion, pure mechanical skill, retail knowledge, and just passion for the game, I guess. And here we go, we're deep into the later stage of the tournament. I'm dueling, of course, one of the most broken specs, as we all saw so far. We have 2 shamans in semifinals out of 3 classes, so the big task ahead of me. But I hope you will cheer for me deep inside. I know you cannot say it, but I hope deep inside, right, as we do it, you're going to cheer for me.
I'm cheering on for both my Mud members that are prominent and dominant. I'm so proud of you both making it to round 3, and do you see yourself winning this, Pilaf? You did destroy that Druid last matchup, just as you
walk in the park. Yeah, like I don't know. Your officer after the duel asked me, "Do you need any refill on the consumables?" I said, "Brother, I didn't use anything. I right-clicked and I won." So here we go. Of course, now we have a bigger challenge, bigger obstacle to climb. But I'm a big, tall dude, IRL, 2 meters tall. As Guzu can confirm, I met him IRL. He knows that I'm the only person from the streaming community who is taller than him. So now, can I do this? Let's see.
I can confirm too, guys. He is massively tall, taller than me and Guzu. We got the picture proofs from that Serbian trip. And Tomadug, Pilaf has spoken. Are you ready for this matchup? And do you see yourself moving to the tippity top of the mountain in the finals?
Of course, of course. I mean, there was a lot of words for having a lot of excuses. This guy has been having excuses all day, trying to pay me. I mean, when he's just gonna lose. He knows he's gonna lose. It's over. And don't forget.
Deep down his side, he's a big fan of mine. We talked before we came to this channel.
Never seen this.
Genuinely loves my
I don't even know who he is. Yeah, never. I don't even know who he is. Yeah, never seen this guy in my life. You all know that.
Okay, buddy, let's
I
go.
know
Put
that.
the flag down.
You're dead.
Oh my goodness. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of want to have them in this channel so they could talk to themselves. Maybe Guzu, we don't commentate and let them talk it out. What do we think about that one?
Hey man, I'm just
Let
here.
them
I'm
speak.
here.
Pilaf and Tomadug, do you want us to commentate or do you guys want to talk to each other as you fight?
I can talk this guy to sleep, no worries.
Okay, put the flag down, move me to the channel down, and let me show you the retail greatness.
All right. Pilaf does want to be moved down, so we will respect that decision. Put down the flag when we're ready. Who is going to take this win?
I don't know. I mean, Pilaf he's very confident in his warrior abilities, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough to deal with this shaman onslaught. Because keep in mind, he has a shield and he has, I think, over 1,000 armor when he's fully proc with the shield rune. So I don't know if Pilaf will be able to do enough damage. Frankly, Savix.
Yeah, Tomadug is a very, very good player indeed, and he is popping a Fab immediately, and Pilaf does charge in, casting a Rend. There is a root totem coming through. It might have been wise to have a Freedom potion as well himself, and there's a nade being casted. I'm not sure if it landed or not. He is breaking the totems on his way to close the gap against Tomadug, but Pilaf is getting kited down, and this is not the position he wants to be in. And there is that another root coming through, and it is not playing to his favor. For Tomadug is playing this super well, and there's that health potion being used into a nice fear from Pilaf, but he does have a flame shock ticking, but he will do the bandage anyways, getting a tick down, and he's finally on him. But the freedom totem coming through again into another earthbind totem, rooting him down, and Pilaf has retaliation down, but he is just getting trickled down like a raindrop.
Yeah, I mean, the Riptide coming through as well from the Shaman. The Shaman is playing perfectly, man. Keeping Pilaf at a distance, using, with the retaliation being popped, he got the Totem of Freedom. There's the Totem of Freedom coming again. Pilaf with the in-combat charge, they're trying to close the distance, but he can't, because Tomadug knows what to do. He kites him, he damages him, kills him little by little. Both played really well, but the Shaman is too strong.
There it is,
keep in mind,
ladies and
Savix,
gentlemen. Yes.
No wolves was used.
Yeah, he might have been holding it in the back pocket, but wow, well played by both. That was really fun to watch. I do enjoy these fights. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Moving to the semifinals, Guzu. Are you ready?
Yes, semifinals. It looks like we have...
Go ahead, you tell us who's fighting.
Yeah, we have the semifinals now in this prestigious tournament, and Disco P versus Zorlak, Shaman v Shaman. Disco P representing the last members of Shock State versus Zorlak from the Mud Hut clan. Afterwards, we're gonna have Mud Bathkula on the Warlock versus Tomadug. Rakula has actually beaten one Shaman already, but can he beat the Shaman is the question.
Yeah.
Excited for these dual Savix. I would love to see Rakula in the finals, but the Shamans might be too hard to deal with.
You're right. I'm very excited for the semifinals. Should we do like a little pee break for Guzu? Or Guzu, can you go? You've been holding for a while.
No, I'm good. You go.
You're good to go. I'm good. My bladders are empty. So let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Please put down the flag down. Disco P versus Zorlak Mud. Ladies and gentlemen, the P Clan Shaman versus the Mud Shaman. Here we go. The totems are down, Guzu.
Yeah, they're already attacking each other. There's the flame shock coming out from both targets as well. They both have the same tokens down. The healing totem versus healing totem down as well. There is both the earth shield for the healing. So they're trying to riptide, they're trying to earth shock, they're trying to lava burst, and slowly dwindle each other down. I think it all comes down to who gets the Earthshock in, but the Earthshock comes in from Zorlak there, which means now the Disco P cannot heal in response to that. Zorlak realizes, oh shoot, now we're gonna go hard, get out the wolves and blast it. There's a second kick there on the healing shot. There is not a kick on this one, but he grenades it instead. Savix, I think Disco P is on the back foot here.
Yeah, Zorlak is playing this perfectly well. As Guzu called, he landed a perfect Earthshock. His third Earthshock, just canceling out every cast. And when he was far away with no Earthshock, he would throw an Iron Grenade to cancel out the heal. And there is another healing wave coming through. And full heal! Big heal from the Disco P. But Zorlak just melting him down once again. And one of their wolves will be going down for one of them to use it a little bit later. Guzu, who are you thinking will take this lead? My money is on my Mud Clan, obviously,
Yeah,
but...
so if you look at the mana game right now, it looks like actually they're really equal. Both Disco P and Zorlak is at a completely equal playing field when it comes both to health and mana. They use both their wolves. They've also both used some of the potions as well here. Zorlak mod popping up the big mana regen now. I'm not sure how he's getting this much mana. It looks like he's just blasting that mana up. I don't know if that was a consumable that he popped.
It was a mana potion being used as well as Shamanix's Rage. He's utilizing these cooldowns really well when he needs to use them. And you take a see it, they might be able to play it out. And we still have some Slumber Sands in the back pocket, but I'm not sure if we'll see that as well, for they were throwing dynamites and the Flame Shock are just permanently on them for the procs to be bursted on. And there is that lava burst coming through, and Disco P in the back end, the dynamite coming through, barely missing before that heal goes off. So the heal are on, and just Zorlak on top of that mana game, and he is seeming like the dominant Giga Chad Alpha Torrent, just moving away like a bull. And there is that sticky glue, but Freedom Totem being immediately used, and the totems are moved as well. These guys are on par with their movements and abilities, and Disco P is now pissing his pants, trying to walk away, trying to make his Sun Glitter P clan proud. But Zorlak, the Mud Hut clan member, just doming him, just charging at him, accelerating. Purges are being happened, and Disco P using his skull to get that leech heal out of the way. But no, Zorlak says Giga Chad in the chat right now. Big lava burst coming through, Flame Shock as well, stun coming through, and Guzu!
Disco P goes down. There
Disco
it is,
P
man.
goes down.
The first half, Disco P and Zorlak was kind of like neck on neck, and then suddenly there was the Shamanistic Rage, there was the pressure being set up by Zorlak, and Disco P fell behind a bit. And speaking of peeing, Vessi is on a pee break right now, but that's good. Zorlak took down Disco P, and they played well. They played well. It could go either way for the first half of the fight, but then Zorlak just knew how to pressure a little bit harder.
And I believe we are back. I'm not sure if the back check did happen, but maybe Crab can confirm with me. Ding! And we are ready, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Toma Duck versus Mudbat Kula. Really good players in the bracket. They made it this far. Next one is the finals, Guzu. Do you see Mudbat Kula taking this win?
I don't know. I think the best bet is to maybe ask them and see what they're feeling.
Sure, Mudbat Kula, how confident are you feeling in this fight? You did just take down a really strong fresh member of a shaman.
I think the wolves in the other back pocket, they got a little intimidated by my wolf howl. I think they saw me as the alpha and they didn't want to come out of the little cave. I don't know what happened, but maybe this wolf will finally show up.
Well said by Rakula and Toma Duck. How are you feeling? Do you see yourself destroying Rakula, or is he going to be a bit of a challenge for you here?
I mean, it's pretty obvious. This guy's just another corpse. I mean, I am the best. I am the king of this challenge. The one at the top poses some danger. This guy, I'll walk straight over him. We all know that. I know that. It's done.
Oh my goodness, your confidence is just peaking, and we will see your confidence in this matchup soon. You may drop the flag when you're ready, guys.
Good luck, champion.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Guzu, who are you cheering on for?
Listen, I just said this as well to my my community here, that I would love to see Rakula win it, but I don't know if he can beat this absolute beast of a shaman that is Toma Duck, because All he needs to do, kill that pit, work his way through it, and then slowly dwindle away at Rakula, because Rakula does have some regen if he gets close and gets that drain life, which you can see right now, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it because there's the net in response to the drain life. Get that distance away from him, go make it so he can't drain the life, and then kill the pit. Pit is dead now he just has to deal with Rakula one by one. Summon Felguard coming up, there might be an Earthshock in response to it. There is the Earthshock to remove the Felguard, and now Savix Rakula is looking on the back foot here.
Yeah, and Rakula desperately trying to get that fear casted, but Earthshock coming down, Rakula replying by throwing his wand to destroy those totems. And I gotta say, Tomaduck is on top of his game, breaking those suctions out of the way. He is not Gotchi Bassin tonight, and there's another root coming through to prep up to kite away from those sucks. And Rakula putting his dots on. He needs to get the suck rolling, but every time he does get the suck rolling, it's just immediately cut off. And Tomaduck going for a little bit of heal here. He still has his wolf in the back pocket, and Mudbat Kula might have to get a nice fear off to get a new pet summoned or walk away simultaneously here. Not sure if he'll be able to do that though, for if he summons a Ghost Wolf, he can catch up immediately, and there's another suction coming through, and Mudbat Kula not being able to benefit a lot from that suction, and Tomaduck is using a lot of healing to top himself off, and there is a fear, but Tremor was down already, so Mudbat Kula will not benefit from that, and there's a nice grenade, Guzu.
Yeah, and what you gotta keep in mind is that Tomaduck still hasn't used his ace. He hasn't used the wolves. They haven't even come out yet, so he could just bust them out now and win. He has a little bit low on mana, but you know what he has for that? Shamanistic Rage. This shaman is ridiculous. There's a Shamanistic Rage coming out here, giving him mana based on his attack power, I believe, in Season of Discovery. And Rakula has no mana. He has 30% health, and he's getting blasted down little by little. It seems like Tomaduck is toying with his food here, honestly, Savix.
It may seem that way, but I think it's all calculated. He's just trying to cut away from that suck, for that suck is happening now, and Tomaduck is very close, and he is just ripping apart through that suck, for Lava Burst damage is strong, and there is that good duel being casted by both players. And
he's actually he was running the route instead of the wolves. He wasn't toying with them.
And there it is.
Wolves.
He ran the route to break the suck.
I see.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. 2 shamans from the Mudhut clan.
So it seems like if we bring up the bracket right now, we have a Zorlak Mudhut member versus Tomaduck from the Tomaduck. Oh, he's mudding. Okay, he's a mudder. Okay.
Mudhut clan wins.
Mudhut clan hard.
Mud. Third place match first. Disco P versus Dracula.
Oh, we have a third place first. Okay, my bad.
Well, we have once again Rakula running it back against what was it? Another shaman, I think, right?
The P
yes,
shaman.
Disco P versus Rakula.
Disco P. Can Rakula beat another shaman to maybe take third place?
So the Rakula has shown that he has what it takes to take down a shaman, Vesi, but I don't know if he can take down Disco P, because Disco P might be of a different caliber than the previous one that he took down. I'm not sure, Vesi.
And Disco P, thank you for making it this far. Would you like to say anything for your final battle for the third place?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can totally hear you, P Clan.
I'm excited to play for third place. Last duo I lost, but I was so nervous, so hopefully I can shake some of that off. And it's my first time doing competition. It's so much different than dueling normally. You just can't think straight.
What is your experience so far? Like your first time participating? I do want to say you're brave for coming out and putting up a show.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. And yeah, share a little bit about how you felt about this.
This is basically this is my first time playing SoD, basically. I've played a little bit of WoW when I was a kid, but not that much. And
oh, so you don't even play WoW usually?
yeah, not that much. I've only really started like the last 4 weeks playing properly. Like I played as a kid, but I wasn't really doing anything. Like when I was a kid, I would just like get into areas like this and just mess around like level 20.
Wait, so you don't even play it a lot, but you made it this far, so you have like a game knowledge. What other games do you play?
I play like Slay the Spire, Hearthstone, and Warcraft 3 is one of my favorite games.
Oh, Guzu loves Warcraft 3 if you want to.
That's a good game.
A worthy opponent.
I play a lot of Warcraft 3, all the customs and stuff. It's always fun to watch. And I'm
Oh,
glad that
okay.
people are playing it again.
What is your favorite custom game in Warcraft 3?
There's like Udur's Party, there's like...
Oh.
I like that one. And then there's like all the tower defenses are fun too.
Okay, I agree. That's a good choice.
Well, thank you for sharing, Disco P, and shout outs to the KEKW clan for joining us in this duel tournament. Welcome in, guys, and Mudbad Kula. Good luck on the round 3. Do you see yourself taking this W?
Me think could be possible. Me missing my boot though, which me like a lot against Shaman, but maybe it's okay. I'm still noticing distinct lack of wolf. Where are the wolves, guys? I've been preparing for this.
I'll have some wolves for you, don't worry.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Alright, you may drop the flag and let's get this round 3 started, gentlemen. Here we go.
Good luck, champion.
Good luck to you both. Ladies and gentlemen, the duel is starting. The Felguard charging and the Haunt is being cast, and Rakula immediately replying by the suction. Will he cut this off as we saw the Duck do? And how will this Shaman play differently versus Mudbad Kula Guzu?
Yeah, so Rakula's trying to get the distance closer into Disco P so he can get that suction, like keep going with it. Disco P is not, does not have Will of Forsaken, so no way of breaking the fear unless he has the Tremor down, which he did not precast. So taking a lot of damage here from the fear, not being able to break through it at all. Rakula is blasting and punishing him, but there is the fabled wolves, letting the wolves out now. Rakula does seem to be not touching the wolves at all. He's kiting away from them, trying to get the distance away now from Disco P, because Disco P now has the damage, has the movement speed, has the self-healing, literally has everything to deal with him. Rakula is sucking the wolf here while running away, trying to maybe get the wolf dead so he can get the footing back, Savix.
And it does seem like Rakula is on the back foot at this moment. He did use a big mana potion to stay on top of his game so he could continuously suck the wolves, because he is knowledgeable in that previous matchup, knowing that the Shaman will break the suck. And the Shaman is coming back, calling back the wolf so that he doesn't get sucked. But Rakula now trying to summon his Felguard, but gets interrupted there. And Mudbath Kula replying by sucking him once again here. And this is looking pretty close. And the wolves are finally gone, Guzu. This might be a chance for Rakula to shine, but will he be able to recover from this?
I was gonna say he might be able to do it now, because he killed the wolves. He was starting up the wolves, he was healing from the wolves, and now he just has to deal with the Shaman. But the Shaman is not just a Shaman, it is Disco P, the Shaman, that's busting out the big lava burst damage with also the Flame Shock. And I don't think Rakula is gonna be able to self-heal off of the little drain life here. Disco P just needs to cast one more Flame Shock, and there it is, Savix.
There it is. We did see a sleeping powder being used. I wish it was utilized a little bit well, but I do think it was a desperate play there to perhaps build some distance or eat full. But yeah, Rakula breaks short, and Disco P does take the 3rd spot, ladies and gentlemen. Going on to our final round.
Well, we got our final round up next. Shaman v Shaman. Shaman took 3rd place. I guess it's season of Shamans.
It seems so. It seems so. I really think that Rakula could have maybe had it there, but he was way too low health by the time the wolves were gone to be able to like recover from that little drain life healing there that he unfortunately couldn't last long enough with.
That's unfortunate, but hey, at least Rakula came 1st place of the non-shamans.
Of the non-shamans, indeed. So the last one, guys, is going to be a best of 3. There will not be any wait for cooldowns. We're just going to go back to back. I would like to provide them with potions if it's being used. Bedge, would you be able to do that real fast? Go ahead, Crab.
I believe they got materials for 3 duels.
Oh,
so
perfect, perfect. You guys are just on top of it. Shoutouts to the boys. Thank you very much, Bedge.
You can use all of them in the first duel. You can do whatever you want with them. You got what you have.
All right. Zorlak, you've made it this far, my friend. You are in the finals. You may have a chance to take this W, and the ashes are just falling beautifully for this battlefield. Are you confident in beating the Duck, or how do you see yourself playing this matchup?
I'm confident I have a chance. I do think the spec Tolem Duck is playing is superior, but I still think I have a chance.
Would you not want to reply by playing a similar build, or are you just trying to bank on the build you have versus him?
I think I just enjoy playing this one more. Like, it's more elemental.
Okay.
Versus his more healing build.
Gotcha. So Toma Duck is going for a little bit more heal, and you're going for a little bit more burst.
Kind of.
All right. Well, if you have anything to say, now's the time. For this is the last rounds, my friend.
I don't think I have anything left to say.
All right. No shout outs to mom or dad or like brothers, sisters.
Nah.
There it is, guys. And the duck, Guzu.
What do you have to
Look.
say to your opponent here?
What I have to say is we're gonna have 2 good duels because 2 of them will be won by me. This is a best out of 3, and may the best man win. Obviously, that's me. And I'll see you guys at the top on the interview at the top as a champ.
Yeah, I guess that's all there needs to be said.
Wow, I am liking the confidence, man. I do. This is like a younger version of Guzu right there. Just confidence is peaking, blasting. And when you guys are ready, you may drop the flag. Guzu,
Yes.
who do you see winning, my friend?
I mean, this could go either way. Solak has proven that he's a very capable player, and Toma Duck has the confidence to do well. So it could go either way, honestly. So Toma Duck is playing a bit more of a sustain build, where with the healing, and Solak is playing very aggressive. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be busting out the wolves first, because whoever busts out the wolf first might be the person that's on the back foot.
Yeah, and I love that play in the beginning where they both moved the totems toward themselves, but Zorlag charged in so that he gets the benefit from his
wolves.
totems. And there is the wolves, as Guzu saying. Toma Duck in the back foot right now. He might be going down here. There is that Iron Grenade being casted. He's trying to fake cast a heal there, and Zorlag is just on top of it. There is that potion being used into an Earth Shock to cancel out the Lava Burst Guzu.
Yeah, I mean, Toma Duck that tries to fake cast with the healing wave is actually a really good idea, but he hit him with a nice grenade there. There is the Earthbind totem locking those wolves away. Toma Duck not using his wolves quite yet. I don't know what he's doing here, Savix. Healing wave's coming through here. Big healing wave, barely getting kicked by Solak. If that healing wave got kicked, I think Solak would have taken the W there. Solak has almost no mana, but I think he popped Shamanistic Rage now, so the Rage will going up, but the Toma Duck's health is going down here. Toma Duck might be busting out the wolves very soon, or maybe he wants to win without them fully. I'm not too sure here if the ego is getting to him, but it looks like he doesn't want to use the wolves unless it's very, very necessary, Savix.
I believe he's not playing the wolves, Guzu, and you could have seen
Not
there
at all.
at the moment. Yes, he is not playing that. He's playing a different rune, as they were saying, and Toma Duck is playing a healer build hybrid, and Zorlak is playing the DPS massive build, and that was a skull being used to drain him, and Toma Duck was ahead in the mana game, but once Zorlak got that nice proc of potion hitting massively, and there's a sleeping powder being used against him. He made sure the
like
flame
Zorlak
shock
is-
did fall off.
It looks like Zorlak is just keeping on top of this here, but Toma Duck getting the full reset. Shamanistic Rage, Riptide, staying alive against those wolves, and now he has no wolves to deal with it, so now we're gonna see if Toma Duck here can work his way through the health bar that is Solak, the absolute torrent beast, Savix.
Yeah, and I do like the impressive plays being made here. There is a bit of a RNG if whoever gets more shock procs, getting that nice meatball freely thrown out, but Toma Duck is in the back foot, still trying to recover from those wolves earlier, and Zorlag Mud might be humbling him here. There's that lava burst coming through, but even though if this match ends, it is best out of 3, and there's that root once again. No Freedom Totem is now placed, and he is just trying to catch up, and there's a nice lava burst proc as well, goes into dynamite. Does he land it? The dynamite does land, and Toma Duck might go down here. There's that health potion into a nice war stop, into a shock coming through, and this is looking so close, but Toma Duck still alive in the game, trying to get a fake cast right there. Doesn't go for it. Does not cast it. There's that Frost Shock, but instantly Freedom Totems himself, and Toma Duck staying alive impressively. And there is a second Slumber Sand being used, and there is that counter. I believe there was a Tremor Totem in the back, and he might have not seen it, and Toma Duck goes down. Zorlag taking the W, 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, so I completely misunderstood there that he was not playing with the wolves at all, so he's playing a completely different build with that. So it looks like he might have to swap out the build a bit, or maybe his approach to this duel here, because Solak's pressure is so crazy.
Yeah, it might have been a Searing Totem that broke it too, but something did break his sleep, and this is just a fast-paced game compared to Classic WoW, where Shamans usually just whack each other, but there's so many abilities and so many resets, so many Flame Shock procs and Lava Burst procs, and wow, Zorlak taking that first dub. Guzu, do you think Tomaduck comes back from this? He is a very good player, and in the pre-elimination, he did come out as a top shaman, but right now, Zorlak is having that dub.
I mean, Tomaduck seems like a kind of person that he would adapt to what's happening now. So he realized how Solak is playing, and he might need to try to change up his strat a little bit here. Or maybe he lost the first game on purpose to do a little bit more of an impressive catch-up here, you know, as an underdog. But he's trying to pressure now Solak. I don't know if he actually has the wolves up, because I believe there are a 3-minute cooldown. Solak is half health. Tomaduck is trying to whittle him down little by little, staying very close, running around him to maybe try to make sure that he doesn't get that lava burst proc off there. There is the Riptide going off on Zorlak and also Tomaduck, trying to live here. There's a lava burst getting kicked with a sleeping dust here. Zorlak resetting himself, getting full health, and then trying to see what he can do after this. Tomaduck is really in the back foot, Savix.
That was a beautiful sleeping dust. I mean, Tomaduck is behind right now, and the wolves are back out, and the sleep is being used to counterplay it, and it will not be broken out this time. And he's trying to get the heal through, but the wolves are shredding it apart, and Vezi might have a good wolf sound effect coming through. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Aoos are happening, and they are shredding him apart, but he does get health full, and man, Zorlak is sitting that full sleep, Guzu.
Yeah, I mean, Tomaduck is doing a really good strat here. He sees the spirits, and he's like, you know what? I couldn't deal with them hand on with Zorlak as well. Let me kite them away, try to kill them with the sleeping dust. It was a really good strat, but those wolves are so hard to kill, Savix. He's popping off now on Zorlak. He didn't finish off that second wolf fully, but there it goes now. So now there's no wolves, and it looks like Tomaduck might be actually recovering here now, because Zorlak does not have the wolves.
Oh, unfortunate War Storm. It does resist from that orc ratio, and I gotta say, Zorlak is staying on top with this totem. I'm not sure if Tomaduck is getting the nerve into him, but they're not applying the searing totems to burn down, and there it is, Zorlak staying on top of the totems, as I said, dropping down his searing totem, and Tomaduck is now replying by moving all his totems over here, finally getting that totem benefit, and there is that iron grenade being casted, and it does land, ladies and gentlemen. The healing wave will be casted. The Tomaduck recovering fairly well here, but losing in the mana game, interestingly enough, and Zorlak in 70% health, both of them on par, and Tomaduck might be coming back here with the big lava burst. Does he land it? He does land it, but it doesn't do that much damage, and there is that sleeping powder once again here. This might be a second one, and Zorlak might have used 3, counting that as the last one. And Zorlak Mud, how will we see? Oh, he doesn't get a drink off. I believe he was trying to drop combat to drink, but no drop, Guzu.
Yeah, it looks like Tomaduck actually here is on the upper hand here. Zorlak popping a mana potion now, so he will not be able to mana pop for a while. He also popped the Shamanistic Rage, so he'll be a little bit more tanky now for the next 12 seconds, and also get full mana. Tomaduck realizes this and just needs to play a little bit on the back foot for a while until he gets the Shamanistic Rage off. Now he will take more damage. Healing Wave maybe coming through there, doesn't get kicked. Maybe he wants to kick the second Healing Wave. 2 Healing Waves going through there, kicking in between the Healing Wave and also the Lava Burst there. The Lava Burst coming off afterwards into Zorlak there. No Flame Shock though, so he'll be able to crit there. The Flame Shock is applied now. Tomaduck has more mana, more health. Zorlak seems to be a little bit on the back foot now. Even though they look very equal, I think Tomaduck might be ahead here, because not having those wolves up and not having the other rune is not so good for Zorlak here. So Tomaduck is looking like he's slowly winning, Savix.
Yeah, there's a nice interrupt into a counterplay with the dynamite, and Tomaduck at 70% getting that big juicy fat crit from that succulent health potion. It's so beautiful, you can see. And there's that lava burst being casted by both the players, doing massive damages, and the wolves are back already. That was 3 minutes. Time is just flying by in this duel, and there's a dynamite coming once again. Will Tomaduck be able to survive through this ripping shredders? A nice reply with the Earthbind totem rooting them, but breaks out prematurely, and Zorlak now in the back, but he does get a War Storm, getting that heal off. The ratio coming in clutch. Will Tomaduck be able to go through this? The wolves are gone, and he didn't get that much health benefit out of it. For wolves heal you tremendously, but their damages are incredibly powerful, and Tomaduck might be taking this on unless Zorlak gets a massive proc, and there is that Earthshock countering, and both of them going for those healing waves. But Tomaduck at 50% mana versus Zorlak at 2% mana, being rooted, now having nothing in the back pocket. There's that dynamite coming through. I'm not sure if it lands. It does land, and Tomaduck replying with the lava burst, and there's that massive health potion. Zorlak recovering a little bit, but so low. Earthshock countering that cast, and there's a lesser healing wave desperately trying to stay alive by Zorlak, but Tomaduck putting so much pressure, trying to end the smash. There's another dynamite being tossed here, and this might be the end for Zorla Mud. Well, he survived this, and down he goes 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. Goodness gracious, Guzu. I know Shamans are one of the best classes, but these two are playing very well. They know what they're doing.
They're playing incredibly good.
Wow.
And I must commend Tomaduck for changing up his strat a little bit. It looks like he's going the AoE Flame Shock and just like AoEing down the wolves while putting pressure on Zorlak. So again, he changed up his strat, and now it's working. So now will Zorlak be able to respond to this and deal with that the Tomaduck just not dying? I don't know if he can work his way through that because he's so tanky.
This is so fun to watch. This is so fun.
Yeah,
yes, you can.
They're playing so well. They're playing incredibly good, and it's cool to see some shamans really put on a good duel here.
I just noticed Zorlak was in the raid this whole time. He's supposed to be getting way more healing off the wolves, so he just left the group. He might be getting full health when the wolves are out now, for they spread in season discovery for some reason. And Guzu, take it on, please.
Yeah, Tomaduck coming out here. There's the Flame Shark off the rip on both targets. They have the totems down, both using Tremor and Stone Skin. Sorry, I can't really speak here. I'm so excited. Tomaduck half health now, slowly getting whittled down by Zorlak. There's the War Storm coming in. I don't think he has the wolves quite up yet because we started the duel quite quick here. There's a Ladder Burst coming in. Tomaduck, he might just die here if the Ladder Burst procs. It didn't proc though. Oh my gosh, the proc didn't go through. Tomaduck lived through it. There is the kick on the Tomaduck's Ladder Burst, which means that he can get the healing waves off freely without getting kicked by the Earth Shark. 2 healing waves, full health. Both targets are full health, full mana. Wolves are coming up now soon, Savix. So we'll see if the Wolves will be the defining factor here in the tournament. Wow.
Yeah, Goose is super excited for this matchup, guys. He is lost for word, and the Wolves are finally out when he is at 40% health. And we might see him trickle back up in health. We should see this matchup, but oh my god, Tomaduck putting so much pressure, forcing Zorlak to pop a health potion early, and he's doing his best to kite away much as possible in this massacre that is happening from these both shamans. And Tomaduck trying to get a lava burst casted, but these wolves are knocking back his cast, and it does go out very, very slowly. And now he's trying to go back up in his health. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. There's a dynamite coming through as well. The stun does land, and it might be over for Tomaduck. There is that massive damage coming through with Shamanistic Rage, and Tomaduck trying to get some heals off. He does get 2 off, and there is a lava burst being casted. Will he be able to survive? He does survive this, and he is recovering magically somehow, casting another, trying to fake cast a healing wave. Both of them casting heals. Incredible matchup, 1-1 Guzu, and they're just playing in peak performance. I'm loving this matchup.
I mean, he was 1%. Tomaduck dropped to 1% health. He should have lost, but he didn't. He's like somehow crawling back from the claws of defeat, and now Zorlak is in the back foot, getting half health. Tomaduck is like Kratos being getting plunged into hell by Zeus with a sword in the chest and just crawling his way up. I don't know what's happening here, but he needs to get some more mana to be able to return from this here. But there might be a way to regain that. I don't know if he has Shamanistic Rage coming up soon, but Tomaduck, the fact that he lived that Savage is blowing my mind.
It is blowing my mind too, and there is that stun being casted, but Resist coming in clutch again, and Zorlak trying to reply by sending in a lava burst. There's that big health potion being used by Tomaduck, and it is looking so close. I don't know who to cheer for. They're both so good. There's that dynamite being casted once again, and he's going for healing wave, but gets Earthshock barely stopping it. Going for a lesser healing wave now to recover, and there's that lava burst coming through from Tomaduck, but get interrupted by Earthshock once again. again. And there's that Searing Totem dropped as well, but disappears from that dagger stab, and Flame Tongues being traded is looking so close. I don't know how these two are still living. The Riptides and the Earth Shields are coming in clutch here. Both of them dropping Searing Totems to blast each other. Guzu, I don't know who's going to take this one. It is so close.
I don't even know anymore as well, Suffix. They are so neck on neck. They are literally they are having answers to each of the other players' abilities. And Tolmadog is looking very but so is Zorlak. I don't know if they're gonna be able to lift this though, because Tolmadog might just be too low health to be able to survive this. There is a Riptide coming soon. There's a Shamanistic Rage on both Shamans, so now they're both gonna be regen, both gonna get mana. They have resources to move with each other now. There's no War Storm yet, so at the moment here, we're just waiting for the Wolves to come out and Zorlak to maybe be able to recover that way, because the Wolves might be the deciding factor, Savix. I don't know.
Guzu, you are right. If Zorlak does survive and they're the Wolves, they're coming out now. Oh my goodness, this might be it for Tolmadog. I'm not sure how he's going to survive this. There's a grenade coming through, trying to stun all of them, maybe getting a big heal off. He does manage to get the heal off, and a big Lava Burst proc coming through into another nade by Zorlak, trying to create some distance here. He needs to do something to survive. There's a Lava Burst proc coming again, and these two are just so close. This is like Vegeta and Goku fighting in the finals, and whoever comes on top or loses, you should be proud. This is one of the most cinematic duels I have witnessed. Usually I don't like long duels, but this is so close, and they're managing their cooldowns super well, and they're both Guzu. There's a Shamanistic Rage into a health potion being used.
Yeah, Shamanistic Rage being popped now from Tolmadog, somehow living the Wolves yet again. Shamanistic Rage on both parties now. You can see it because they're red at the moment. That's why they're gaining all that mana back and all that defensive abilities there. Tolmadog healing all the way up to full now, trying to get that through. Getting kicked into the ground. Is there a grounding totem? I don't know. He kicked the totem at least with the Earth Shock. And then now Zorlak is on the back foot. Riptide being used by Tolmadog with that defensive kit that he's using. And now Zorlak is in the back foot, trying to survive. They won't be having Shamanistic Rage up for another, I think, 40 seconds.
Oh my god, double proc Lava Burst Guzu into mana pop being used by Zorlak. Flame Shocks being used as well, and Zorlak on top with the mana. I don't know if Shamanistic Rage is coming back for Tolmud, but he does need some mana back, for he is desperately drowning at 1% mana, and this is looking dangerous. There's that Sticky Glue coming through, and a Freedom Totem being used to counter it immediately. Tolmadog was probably saving that, and there's that Dynamite. I believe it resisted. It did look like a land, and there's that insane proc. Shamanistic Rage being used by Zorlak, and Tolmadog casting a heal doesn't land it. I don't know if it was short or resisted. Not sure which one it was, but both casting Lava Burst, and it's just so close. I don't know how these guys are still alive and dueling Guzu.
I don't know, man. I don't know how it's still going, but they're somehow both living still. Zorlak being low health, Tolmadog being low health. I feel like this duel should have ended like 3 times over already. But now Zorlak is in the back foot yet again. Tolmadog has swapped around. Now he's aggressive. There's no kicks at the moment though, because he just used his other shock there. Now there's no mana on Zorlak and there's no mana on Tolmadog. They're both low on health. Can they survive? Can they live? There's the Lava Burst coming in now from Tolmadog being kicked by Zorlak. That means that he can get a free healing wave off because it only kicks his Lava Bursts. There is the Lava Burst coming off. Now it might proc and do some big damage. There's the Lava Burst coming up. No proc now. Both Zorlak 20% health. There's the Sleeping Dust reset coming up.
That may be the last Sleeping Dust in the duel. There's a Shamanistic Rage. Oh my god, it does break out prematurely. Very unfortunate for Zorlak. He doesn't get any benefit off of it. There's that nice totem coming through, and the Dynamite cancel. Searing Totems are being placed, and Zorlak trying to get that heal, but the Dynamite comes through to cancel it. He does have his Earth Shock now, so he won't be able to heal. The Earth Shields are the last thing, but the Ghost Wolf comes back in and does a stun for him to heal, but it cancels the Earth Shock. I don't know if he'll lift this, and down goes Zorlak. Oh my
holy moly.
Goodness.
Dude, that could have went either way 6 different times in that duel. Tolmadog somehow grasped his way up from the claws of defeat, going down to literally 1% health, and somehow ending up winning, Savix.
I have to say there was an RNG factor for if Zorlak's sleeping powder lasted longer. I think he could have recovered, but it broke out so fast prematurely, and Tolmadog responded by just blasting through everything, and he didn't get any benefits out of it. But ladies and gentlemen, our champion Tolmadog, can we drag both of these guys up? They're both champion in my eyes. You guys played incredibly well, and Zorlak, What do you have to say to this? Any shout outs, any thing you want to say for winning the whole thing confidently, strongly?
First of all, it's, the trash talk's all fun. I respect everyone here. This was a lot of fun. Make sure to vote for Tolmaduck for the officer. I put in a video. I love this dueling competition. The first one I ever take part in. It was so much fun, man. Thank you for putting this up. I loved it, man. It was awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, Guzu, thank you so much for coming through. And I thought we would do something nice for the community since it's always like big streamers or dad coming into the tournament. We wanted to put something together for the community so that you guys could get a feel and that adrenaline. And these are fun when you come out. So I advise everyone to try out the level 50 tournament. And Guzu, please.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You played so well. I don't know how you grasped up from the claws of the feet there, like 1% health, almost dying. What was your plan against those wolves? Because I was very surprised you didn't play that.
Yeah, I've been practicing this build against these shamans to play the wolves. I think just outlasting the wolves is the play. Using my defensives on the wolves, grenading, healing. So I'm forcing the kick on my lava burst to heal. It was really back and forth. Obviously, Zorlak's really good. He always plays the spec. I did lose to him yesterday, but I have won more than I've lost, so was confident coming in. The first one I fumbled hard. Could have played that one better. But yeah, we learn, man. We learn.
Yeah, I mean, you played that insanely well. I will say huge respect for that. That duel lasted like 6 minutes, I think, and you guys were locked in. So
it might have been longer. We saw 3 wolves, right? That might have been 9 minutes, but it felt fast because you guys were just on pace. And man, that was one of the best duels I've seen at level 25. And Tolmaduck, congratulations again. After this whole tournament, Guzu and I will be giving out rewards. But could we also talk with Zorlak real fast for placing second?
Of course.
Zorlak, if you may move up, and Guzu.
Yeah, Zorlak, I mean, you played fantastically well. You were up against a formidable foe. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I want to have a word with Betch, though. I think he gave me nap dust and not sleep dust, because mine were not full-on sleeps here.
Yeah, your sleeps did end prematurely. That was so unfortunate. I mean, yeah, these are incredibly well played. I do think the outcome might have been different if the sleep was longer, but yeah, what was your game plan and did it go the way you wanted? Obviously, you did lose, but you played really well. I do think the RNG played a big factor.
I do think both of us played really well. Like, he just definitely deserves to win. I think my game plan was generally just try to be in his face as much as possible and try to interrupt the heals because he has better heals than me. But yeah, went for it.
All right. Any final saying from both the contenders, or is that all?
What did I win? I have no idea.
So we do have a bank full of items to give to you. You could use it for yourself or give it to your alt or pass it out to the community. It is up to you to do whatever you want with it. I have a section of prizes to give out and Guzu does as well. We might have too much. I don't even know if we could give it to all of them, Guzu. I have like 40 items. You have like 30 items, like 7 items in total. I did want to split them between the winners, but yeah, you are to do whatever you want with it. There's pets, there's blades, armors, and everything. And yeah, I guess before I close this out, super big shout outs to Guzu for coming in and doing an amazing commentating job, and shout outs to Crab and Mudge for helping me with the back stuff. They were doing the back checks, dragging them up and down. We rehearsed it yesterday and they just nailed it. That was beautifully done. And shout outs to all the summoners, Rakula and Vezi for being here with the sound effects and interview, and everyone for coming out to duel, as well as the audience coming on to cheer. That was so fun. Thank you. Big class.
Thank
big
you
round
for
of
putting it on
applause.
as well, and it was amazing, and all the people behind the scenes as well. Like, you guys are badass. Seriously, that's a really good job as well.
Yeah, should we get everyone lined up and the top 3 to come in front and we can take a nice picture and dismiss everyone and give out the rewards and call it a day? But yeah, thank you so much, Guzu, for coming out and all the competitors, and congratulations to Duck, Zorlak, and P for getting 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Amazing job, guys. Yeah, man, I'm proud. That was a fun, smooth tournament. Good stuff,
That was really
guys.
fun. So we're doing another one at level 50 is what you're saying?
Yes, dude, I put in a lot of time with my team to set this all up and all the art and stuff like that, and yeah, that was cool. I'm glad it played out smoothly as we planned, and yeah, thank you again for everyone for showing up. That was so fun.
Yeah.
Yo, Guzu, thank you again. Guys, massive W's. Hit the follow button. If you're in my community, please check out Guzu. Give him a follow. He's amazing content creator, and I love this guy. One of my best friends online. Super good guy. Always stays out of trouble. Yeah, please check him out. And if you have your Twitch Prime saved up in your back pocket, use it for him for coming out, doing an incredible job commentating. And yeah, round of applause, guys. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for putting it on as well. Like seriously, this was so much fun. So
Of course,
great.
of course.
And all the competitors as well. Like this whole event is about the community, and I'm glad that it's such an awesome community. So thanks to everybody as well joining this whole SoD Fresh thing that we're doing. It's been so much fun, guys, and it's been a great time. So thank you.
There it is. All right. Invite Tomaduck. Tomaduck, do you have space? Wow. Guys, inside here, there is pets. Every single blue you could think about from level 1 through 25. And massive shout outs to the guild for providing these. They did not have to, but they came out of their ways to give the gifts for the winners. I will say, if we stayed at level 25, they could use this a little bit more, but we're leveling up to 40 tomorrow, so I don't know if they're gonna get good use out of it, but if they're making ults, you know, if they're making ults and everything like that, they could, you know, they could get some benefits. And if your bank is full, I could send these in the mail too. You can do whatever you want with these, Zomaduck. You are running for presidency. Maybe you could like give these out and get some votes or something, or treat your members nicely. And Climud coming out, giving me 2 potions after advertising. New product, Mud Flex formula, guaranteed to increase perceived muscle mass. Yo, Climud, what sort of business are you doing in real life? My officers were saying that you look like a Giga Chad. That is mega rich. And let me get the stuff out for my second place winner. Slash invite Zorlak. I do apologize. I didn't want to interrupt the duels by thanking people or anything, but man, that was awesome. That was so fun to watch for me. I love watching good duels. They were both on top of it. Yeah, next dueling tournament will be level 50. I do need a better system to pick out the fighters. I don't know if it's best to do mirror matches, round robins, but if we do round robins, the problem with round robin is that it's just so many duels. When we calculated it, it was like 192 duels if everyone's fighting each class one time, and it's just so much. Miss one, give the sub at the bottom. Yo, did I? Oh my god, you're right. Wait, whose was this? Was this Tomaduck's? There you go. And our third place, slash invite P. What was his name, guys? Slash invite Disco P. That was fun. I haven't casted in a while too. That was so fun. I enjoyed that. This tournament was all around super fun. It was super stressful to set up, but super fun. Seeing how it came out, and I hope a lot of these players got to feel the nerves. And I want the people that lost not to be discriminated, but be like fired up passion and come back stronger next time and have a better story and not give up. I do like seeing those stories built up, and congrats again, boys. I will remember these names. My revenge arc will be strong. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.